This is an Albo audio production. This is a comedy podcast. There will be jokes being made and opinions being stated. We do not intend to be disrespectful to anyone in any way.
Welcome to another episode of the Skidoo Lounge. I'm your host, Gorilla, here with my co-host for the first time,
Timmy.
And we're here with our special guest, Chell. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
She's a hypnosis who does what now? Studies astrology. She does all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I do astrology. I do tarot. I do hypnotherapy. I'm a understudy to Dolores Cannon. There's just a lot of stuff that I do. I'm just really deep into the esoteric, into the occult. Just yeah.
So when was it a zodiac? Were you the type of person that was always into what's my sun sign, zodiac for the day, compatibility, what people look like? And did that lead into a more of a wanting to understand it type of deal, or was it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, honestly. You should know I asked you your zodiac since we were young, way back in the day.
That's true.
I used to talk about how you were a Scorpio and stuff back in the day. So, definitely been studying it since before high school. My mom told me what my zodiac sign was when I was little. So, it always was a wonder to me, well, what does that mean? And why does that mean that? And what is the secret stuff that, you have to look around the corner to find because it's so hidden by society these days?
Would you say that most zodiacs have that sauce that they be talking about all the time? Like Scorpios are this, Aquariuses are that, Tauruses are assholes, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that nature?
So because it's been around for so long, I feel like a lot of people have put their own intention and their own perspective on it. I think it really is up to the person if they feel that way and they resonate with it. There's so many memes that are just generalized memes that can mean anything. It can apply to anybody. But if it feels right to you, then run with it and take it because that's really what it's about. It's the intention of feeling that way. It's the belief of what you are, really.
Now, do you ever have issues with people who are like that? They're like, "Oh, I did that because or I'm this way because I'm a Taurus," or I'm not trying to pick on Tauruses by no means.
That's fucked up. I was about to say, Taurus. Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah, that's what
Aries, fucking,
Yeah, no, I don't get upset about people using astrology for the purpose of saying something about themselves like that. I think that own it. If you feel like that's what it is, own it. Yeah, definitely. There's always the stereotypes, and some of them are upsetting because they're the stereotypes that are what other people have made for you. It's not like what you see in yourself. It's usually what other people are putting on you, that they're projecting on you.
Other people perceive of it. Yeah, well, that's what, because right off the bat, right off the bat, as soon as Keaton told me you were coming, it made me start thinking of, because when you came in, I told you I got a lot of Indian family, and they're like hypnosis, like ball and chain type deal. They'll laugh about, but they're dead serious to their grave about. They fully believe that. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Your mind can do crazy things, is what they all say.
It really can. When it comes to sickness and when it comes to that kind of thing, a lot of people make themselves sick. A lot of people do it for attention, do it for this or that, do it because they're holding on to grief or holding on to things. There's a lot of different reasons, and a lot of times it's our mind. And if your mind can make you sick, your mind can make you better. It's up to what you feed your mind. Honestly, I feel like we make our own realities. We make and the waves of life, vibration, how everything's a vibration, everything is just in movement. You're creating as it's going along. Everything is always vibrating, always moving, and always changing. And I've seen it happen firsthand in my life, right before my eyes, things just change, instantly.
Damn. And instantly.
Yeah, instantly, instantaneously. I won.
I saw that, I think, on Facebook. Did you post that about winning money or something?
Yeah, I won $5,000 a few months ago, and I 100% manifested it, and I felt the change of it. Like, my cards literally told me that morning. They were all coin cards. They were all cups. They were all cups and coin cards. And that morning, and it literally just told me, oh, keep doing what you're doing and helping people, because I had a lot of people asking me for loans at the time, and I asked my cards, I was like, am I supposed to be helping these people? You know, like, because you always get that notion of, like, do these people really need it?
Well, you've always been that type of person.
Yeah,
You've always been the mom friend. Like, even back in the day, you were
Mhm.
always taking care of people at the parties and shit.
You already know, yeah. Like, I'm not going to leave anybody hanging, and if you really need it, I'm going to help you. I will give the shirt off my back to a stranger if 100%. I feel like they need it. I've always been that way, just because that's what my life's been called to do. I've been called to serve. My astrology chart says it. I have a Pisces stellium, and Pisces is healing. Pisces is the last zodiac sign.
So is that why we all get along, water signs?
Yeah, we're water signs. That's why I told you we're deep.
Yeah, what was the whole Saturn thing? The other day she asked for my astronomy, got my astrological, whatever you want to call it.
Astrology,
got my astrology star shit, and then she said that we're both at 5 degrees Saturn. What's all that mean exactly?
So crazy. It's so crazy that you're asking me to, like I said, you're asking me to do this podcast. During a time when Saturn is conjunct, we both were born in 1994. We both have Saturn at 5 degrees, and that's kind of like, it's not that common. Like, yes, but like the fact that we're doing a podcast when Saturn is conjunct, it's just like a crazy way to be nostalgic and go back and see, because that's what Saturn's about. Is this nostalgia and looking back on what you've done and how far you've come, and your
damn. So this is all together, like the reconnection of old friends, and then it's like we both have different pasts but still connect. Like, exactly. Wow,
yes, exactly.
That is sick. That is sickening, dude. Sickening.
Yeah, and it's crazy that we both have 5 degrees Saturn in Pisces. That is, I was blown away when I saw that. I expected you to have Saturn in Pisces because I knew we were about the same age. But I didn't expect it to be literally the same exact degree as mine. That was awesome to see, especially since you asked me to do that. And right now, Saturn is conjunct that. It's at 3 degrees.
So it would have been written that at some point something like this was supposed to happen.
Yeah, we were supposed to have some kind of podcast like this. It's so good. I'm so excited to see.
Been excited too. I've been talking to her all week about this shit, like everything, and everything she had me look up was so real. It was even deeper than what it was. Like I told you when I was talking to her about it, I was nervous because I was like, dude, is this rabbit hole going to be like something I come out on the other end freaking out? Like, you know, am I going to be tripping dick at the end of this?
I said, it's so wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like it helps you see where you are. Like, just your birth start being your birth chart is where the stars were when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And like just that in general, it like gives you this purpose in life, like this feeling of belonging, like, you know, you're supposed to be here. This is what was going on. This is how this all affected you. And it's good. It's cool to see the similarities.
Right, though. So what made you choose the hypnosis life instead of like we were talking about, my mom's doing Reiki, and there's a lot of different the breathing technique people, and
those people are cool.
Not that long ago, and I know this is kind of embarrassing to say on air, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I was watching the Vampire Diaries the other day, and I didn't know that gypsies are different from travelers, are different from shamans, are different from, you know what I mean? Like all these different magics and you know, I don't want spiritualities and stuff like that. I refuse to call them religions. But what made you choose that exact sect of that?
Honestly, it was the guise of helping people, because I know that through hypnotherapy, I can help people with traumas. I can help people to see why things are happening in their lives and what's going on. The way that I do hypnotherapy, I do past life regression hypnotherapy.
Oh my God. So thank you. I'm glad you said it, because literally I was at dinner with my mom and she wanted me to ask you if you do that.
I do quantum healing hypnosis therapy. I'm under Dolores Cannon. Like I said,
what made you study under her? I meant to ask that too. What drew you to her? Because like you said, there's not thousands, but there's hundreds of people that do different things around the world, especially. Like what drew you to Dolores exactly?
It's a really, really funny story, actually. What's crazy is my mom, she's not really into spirituality and stuff. She's really more religious. And what's funny about Dolores is she went into religion with her hypnotherapy for good reason. If you know Dolores Cannon, you'll know the reason why she went
I have to study her up.
She has really good videos. She has all kinds of seminars. She has almost all her classes are online, just on YouTube. But you can buy her course. There is a course that you can take to get certified. There's like 2 or 3 levels you can take to get.
Now, how do you get certified? Like, how does one say you're certified to be a hypnosis?
Yeah. So basically, we have to learn what the hypnosis is, and we have to successfully perform the hypnosis on at least 25 people.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you guys are like hairstylists. Like the hair people got to go. Like they got to go and have their shit done. Yeah.
Yes. And I plan on. You have to do it for free for the 25, but I plan on doing it for free always. I don't think
Blanchester's full of people that need healed.
And exactly.
Damn, so
I was just being honest.
Honestly, I feel like it's really, really hilarious also. So I'm still in Blanchester, we grew up there. It's really hilarious, the astrology. So you can see your astrology on the chart and your location astrology too. It's called cartography.
So that's a fucking mouthful, right?
Yeah, astrocartography.
Yeah,
so basically, cartography is the making of maps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's just astrology and the making of maps. So it's like a map of astrology. And my rising, my ascendant line goes right over Blanchester, Ohio.
What?
Yeah, and your rising is like what your purpose is for this life, like what. And it's so funny, like I've never got caught up in the bad part of Blanchester, so I've always loved it. I've always loved the small town vibe of it. I've always loved how the sun looks in the sky above Blanchester. Like, it's really beautiful, and it's really like unlike any other place. It is like a black hole, I will say. Almost everybody comes back when they leave. I understand,
It has changed though. I will admit the vibe has changed. It's not as blacky and darky like.
It's where my grandma lives.
I know. And
what is it, Ashland?
Yeah, when I went there for Thanksgiving, it didn't feel as.
You was like, this place fucking sucks, wasn't you? No,
you have good reason to.
I like it. I've been wanting to move there. I've been saying it to him.
I'm like, we're not going to be friends anymore.
So there's just things in life, like when you come from a small town, there's a lot of stuff that gets publicly spread around and happen, and a lot of things like decisions that you make get spread publicly, and
you can't just go precinct over and be straight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people like to hold this stuff against people, especially in small towns, and you really just don't have to worry, like, just don't even give them a mind, because honestly, their story is usually more effed up than yours.
Well, and the thing is, like, in my opinion with that whole situation is you see what happens. The people that are holding resentment and do this and do that, they don't do anything. They're stuck in the same perpetual cycles of just hatred.
There is a lot of stuff
oh yeah.
There is a lot of people that hold on to things like that, and it really feels
like grudges.
Mm-hmm.
Just grudges. Just
I'm a grudge holder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard not to let stuff.
Still mad at people from when I was like 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was just like not 9, but. Man, don't the sage remove bad people? You ain't removing me from my own house.
I said,
yeah, this is.
So back to because I talked you way off track. Dolores, what made you study so much under Dolores?
Oh, so again, it's a funny story. My mom she's not spiritual at all. She's more religious. She's a Christian. She had, and again, Dolores went after religion when she was a hypnotherapist, and she made a book called Jesus and the Essenes. And so my mom had this book, and I used to read all the time. That was like my whole life growing up. I just read and read and read. I'm a Gemini moon, so I have a thirst for knowledge. I have all these Pisces placements, which are old and wise-esque anyway. Like, I have a thirst for knowledge anyway. And then I have a Gemini moon. That means that I have to investigate everything.
Never read none of my stuff.
That's your problem. I be telling you that all the time. I literally tell you
just Google it. Well, is Google gonna lie to me, or is Google gonna tell me?
Google's not her though.
I would be happy to do a targeting for you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like Google will tell you a generic whatever. It's like she said, it's vague.
It's so vague.
But when she's doing it, she can at least interpret it better than a fucking machine can.
Yeah, I can at least give you the information.
So how do you do it? What do you?
We'll get to that at the end when we're doing the tarot cards and all.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're doing.
Man,
all
my
that.
favorite part's all the way at the end.
Well, yeah. You see all this? You see all that? I got all these questions to ask. We're not even close to being done yet. You just relax over there, hotshot. Back to Dolores, damn it. We didn't even get to the Dolores yet.
Yeah, so my mom had the book. She had Jesus and the Essenes, and that was Dolores Cannon's book. She has so many books. She has like 15 books. She had 2 books come out after she passed away. That's how amazing.
How old was when she passed away?
How does that work?
Jeez, I don't know the exact date. I'm sorry. I'm so bad.
It's okay. No, I didn't even know this person.
How does that work? Is that like some?
Same thing with artists, bro. Like Juice.
Oh yeah, it's like already sold out in contract.
Yeah, so,
okay.
Like, she's already written it through her notes, and they've been able to compile her notes together. And
Damn.
that's why she just wrote a lot.
Like, let's get 1 or 2 more books out of it.
Well, I mean, literally,
Yeah,
that's what people do. Like, then that's what they do with artists too, bro. A lot of.
I guess it's good because people got to read them last 2 books. But
the only thing that would concern me is
fucked.
who got everything out of it. Like, if it was just some like her publicist or something that went in there, and 83 years old, this woman. Wait, let me see that chick again.
Damn.
Because if I want to see.
You've probably seen her.
Yeah,
before.
I feel like I saw. My God, she was talking about like interdimensional beings and shit one time. Like,
yeah,
I know exactly who this woman. Not really, but I do know. I knew of her.
I didn't recognize her.
She, that's what I'm an understudy to her. I do her hypnotherapy,
and what the Jesus and the books.
Yeah, she did Jesus and the Essenes. So she basically went back and regressed to a time where Jesus was. The time in the Bible, there's like 33 years.
That he was just missing? Right, 100%. I bring this up all the time. Mm-hmm.
And so she regressed back to that time. And she regressed, and she gets all of her information through her clients.
Right.
So that's why I believe it so much, because it's through clients. So like somebody went back to a past life where they were someone who worked close with Jesus. And and she wrote a whole book about
She was like the Animus. You ever heard of Assassin's Creed? The video game? You've probably seen one. Dude, these people hook up to a machine, which would technically be her. She was the machine. And they go back to past lives. And in the game, you play as a past assassin in different time periods.
That shit just blew my mind.
Dude, and then you collect the memories, but she was collecting the memories and wrote it all out. Now, I've been asking, because it sounds like she's on the right track, this lady. I've been asking this question for a while now. So do you think that time period that he was gone, he was like in the Tibetan mountains learning, healing practices, and then goes down? Yeah, see, I've been on this shit, dude. I've been on this shit.
He was doing the Reiki. He was going to learn the Reiki, and that's what she says that he put circles on his palms. I believe it was tattooed, something like that. He put circles.
Were they or some kind of emblem, or was it circles?
No, he just put a big circle. She said on his palm. Around his energy center, and that's what he would heal people with. He would use Reiki.
Bro, that's like Iron Man's fucking energy coming out. Everything's subliminal, you ask me, bro.
He went and learned all those 33 years. So what her book says is that his uncle was on the that
I'm listening.
That road, the Silk Road.
Silk Road, yeah.
Yeah. So back in the time, his uncle was someone on the Silk Road. And he went with his uncle and went to all the esoteric places, and that's
what was the book's name again?
It's Jesus and the Essenes.
Jesus and the Essenes. I'm good at this motherfucker.
My mind's blown.
Dude, I'm over here, dude.
Well, no, it's weird. My mind's blown for a different reason, but it's blown because
I'm from a religious family, and it really talked to me in that way because it's really. So like I want to believe. I want to believe there's Jesus. I want to believe in the God and stuff. I wanted to when I was younger. I really wanted to. But then I learned all of this, and it actually connects the dots. It really does. It feels like it.
To me, though, I feel like, and I literally said this right before you showed up, and it's not going to be a popular opinion for most people that probably listen to this. But to me, religion is a slave tactic.
Did you put in your disclaimer?
No, I did not. We're going to have to do that at the beginning. But
we'll have to edit
I believe religion is a slave tactic to enslave masses. And I believe spirituality... 100%. I believe spirituality is you fucking...
nobody can see me.
Yeah. Is you...
I was going to say, nobody can see me, but I'm over here holding up the money sign.
I believe that's... and if you... I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the specifics with Judas and all this other shit. But... if you really think about it, dude, and to an extent, all they did was piggyback off of this man in a sense.
Yes.
And enslaved the mass with Christianity, bro.
They used him as a scapegoat. I don't believe that Jesus Christ of the Bible even was crucified. I don't believe he was. I 100% do not believe that part. I believe they used the story to use him as a scapegoat.
Dude, I believe
we're getting taken right off of Spotify.
Dude, 100%. I told you.
No, I'll just play it, dude. I'll know.
I've been thinking that because if you've ever seen what's that Tom Hanks flick? There's two of them.
Oh, I don't know.
No, we're good.
Probably,
I just crack jokes. Yeah, no, we're 100%. I believe a lot of the shit
that Tom Hanks is talking about. Come on, in those two movies, he's a symbol guy. He's running around Italy and all this other shit. But there's a whole nother section of Christianity about Rosemary or something where like she has a child. The Da Vinci Code. Thank you. Okay. The Da Vinci Code, and there's a second one, dude. But it's basically about they find the coffin of Jesus's mom and shit. Yeah. And the craziest thing is if you take the Last Supper, bro. If you put the Last Supper up on it, you take Mary from the left to the right, bro. It's literally on his shoulder. And if you look at it even further, bro, in the Bible he says that Mary was a great companion, dude. In those times, companion meant fucking wife. Could have meant wife. Yeah. So it's really
right. No, that is definitely strange.
There's the Knights Templar and
stuff.
Oh like yeah, that dude.
Oh yeah.
Real.
That's right down my Rosicrucians, Knights Templar. See, well, that's what, like I say, it's crazy. Like I said before, what I was saying before when I cut you off slightly was that I was saying my mind's blown because when you came in, I said a lot of my family's Indian. And it's absurd. Like they believe in multiple gods. They don't believe they don't have just the one thing. So it's crazy to see. I guess what I'm getting at is modern based America, and this is fucked up too. So we definitely have to put this disclaimer in. Modern based America and and obviously other countries too. But like religion and shit is a lot more worked up there. But it's crazy in my mind to see like how much of a connection this does with like religions. Or whatever you want to call it, in like the Native Americans, the old, older in day. Because until 100 years ago, motherfuckers wasn't saying this stuff was fake. And then all like just anything we got to do, the tarot card, any witchcraft, like anything to do with
them down for hundreds of years.
That's why when I was putting my hand over here, as soon as they started making a lot of money, it's weird how they started going at individuals that was doing shit like that. And so it's just crazy. Like what I'm getting at, I'm talking in circles at this point, but no matter where the fuck you come from, I got a lot of family that's Indian. I got a lot of family that's not.
So in Pennsylvania, it's illegal to do tarot cards.
See? Yeah, no, that's it. Literally. No, dude, that's literally exactly what the fuck I'm getting at. Like they don't like and it's just crazy to see like when like I'm talking to Tracy and I'm talking to everybody that's out there on the Crow Reservation right now. Like holidays and all that shit, it's not a thing. Like they don't nothing to have to do with what has to do with any religion. They don't. Yeah, no, that's and they're just like them. Like they call it. And
it's all been
whitewashed.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, whitewashed.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, no, I mean that's So it's just like I guess like I said, what I'm getting at is just mind blowing to me that I haven't done any research on any of this, but I already hit familiar points with so many things you said. Just knowing my Indian heritage,
because it's the native, it's the indigenous people to the spiritual of Mother Earth. Same thing with the Reiki, because you're using the frequencies in people's bodies as energy transfers to heal people.
Oh yeah, you go to
animals or whatever it may be.
Yeah, like Indians on the reservations that are like our age. I'm 28. I think you're 29. I think so. Indians on the reservation our age, not so much. But if you go up to somebody that's 40, 50, 60, and like you start cracking jokes and stuff on ritual healings. Stuff like that. Oh, you'll get shut up real quick. Like that's what like they fully believe in stuff like that. And it's like for example, when I talk to Tracy and his family, he's like, so 150 years ago, the United States government started saying all this stuff was fake. So now all of a sudden everybody believes that it's fake. Yet you got all these other countries that still practice this stuff to this day. All the Bibles, all the diaries, journals from people that have been here. Well, no, like everybody's not. What
India does.
Well, no, I'm saying like how many countries in the world are considered Christian countries? I
guarantee I'm not too sure.
There's 200 something countries in the world. I guarantee.
194, I think.
control.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
The even I don't know, dude. It's all control. It's all control. Pennsylvania doesn't even allow you to do tarot cards.
No.
My mind's blown.
What other? Do you know any other states like that?
I haven't looked it up.
You got your phone on?
My friend had a shop. And
In
she was
in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, in Pennsylvania.
She got raided?
Yeah, they told her she couldn't have a business there because there was no fortune telling in Pennsylvania.
What?
And so you have to like disclaimer it. I'm not fortune telling. This is for entertainment
purposes. Oh, I already, yeah, trust me.
This is for entertainment
trust
purposes.
Me. As soon as you were talking about touching past lives, I'm like, yep, disclaimer.
Yeah, this is for entertainment purposes.
Dude, I already know. I already know because that's the huge thing right now. They don't, and like you were talking earlier, it's going to be a huge split, a huge awakening, a huge.
It is. A lot of people are gonna. It's just like you get to the point where you know so much, and the collective knows so much because we are all the collective. Right. We all share that same memory bank up there. There's ways to tap into it, like the Akashic records and stuff. We all share this one cloud, this one conscious storage of memory, and I really feel like it once it hits a certain point, once so many people believe a certain thing and so many people want a certain thing to happen, I believe there will be a shift and it will happen.
There's 6 states actually that ban fortune.
This is saying it says for example. So when I click on it, it gives us more: Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Carolina. When I clicked on it, it said Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, I think. So there's 7.
Silly. They're that controlled.
But that shows you.
So yeah, any kind of fortune telling is flatly prohibited by state law.
But I bet you the lottery is still good there.
Yeah, you can still gamble.
Dude, that shit blows my mind.
So have you personally? You said that you've had to do this hypnosis stuff. 25 people.
Yeah.
Have you personally touched any other past lives? Like, have you personally like?
Oh, I have so much.
Let's
I'm
go.
I'm not allowed to talk about.
I don't want to personal. Yeah. I mean, there's but I mean, like.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to.
But you touch someone's stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been through and gone through past lives.
Okay. See, that's all I needed to know.
I've gotten to the point where, it's really changed my whole perspective. And again, many people may not have the same perspective on the universe and on life. And but this is my personal what I've been shown, what I've gone to look for,
right?
And what they've shown me because
I've
asked. Yeah, what I've discovered, what I've asked, what I've personally firsthand seen with my own eyes and done with my own hands.
Right.
All right. I've been to the point where somebody goes all the way to the part where they die in a past life, and afterwards it goes to the point where we get to what they call is a big white room, and in this white room you basically go through your life sequence. So you are being judged by yourself, is what it is.
I've heard that.
You are looking at what you've done, and you are the person who judges you. And it's based on what you believe, what you'll see.
I hear that too. And it's like if you can let go and say, yeah, fuck it, my life was what it was, you're good to go. If not, you're coming back, so hold on tight.
Well, actually, what Dolores believes, and what I also believe to an extent, is that Earth is a school.
Yes.
We unfortunately have all decided to come here to learn lessons on life, lessons on the beauty of life, lessons on letting go, lessons on just experiencing life and putting your vibe out there for other people. It's different for every person that I've done and that I've noticed happen. We all come to learn. We have contracts, if you will. It's not really a set contract. It's like what the Indians say as the Hindu and stuff is karma. The thing is with Earth is
we're all coming back for karma.
Yeah, we
are we learning karma? Are we in prison for karma? Like, are we coming here to learn about karma because we dick somebody over?
a lot of us have been here a lot of times. A lot of us this isn't the first time that we've been here.
Damn,
without asking too
that's
much.
why I got so much motherfucking bad. I need to find the motherfucker
That's
before
why you
me.
need hypnotherapy
See?
so that you can go back and see why.
I need to go back.
And it's a good
I
way
will
to
do it. See?
why your life is the way it is. You can learn a lot by going back. If
I
you ask specifically, it'll take you wherever you want to go.
So without asking too much information, what's the farthest past life that you've been to? Like the White Room person, for instance. Now, when you were watching this person's life go through, were you watching him him or her judge themselves?
Mm-hmm.
And you were just like, so
I wasn't
sorry,
watching
I
it.
got
They
a
were
whole-
watching it. I wasn't watching
you
it.
were, but
I
you were watching
listened.
it through. Oh, you were listening.
I listen.
Oh.
I sit here, so they lay down, they talk, they go there, and they're telling me about it.
How do you take them there? Because you're the one that guides them to this location.
Yeah,
but you
go
got to
down like asleep, like I said.
Oh,
Hypnotherapy,
okay.
you just anybody can be hypnotized. Anybody can. You hypnotize yourself watching TV. Anytime you slip from the alpha state to the beta state into the theta state.
And you said autopiloting too.
Yeah. When you are on autopilot, like when you drive somewhere and you don't remember getting to your destination, it happens all the time. It happens to me so much.
Wow.
You are in theta state and you are on autopilot, getting to where you need to be. You are somewhere. You are.
Is there a reason why that would happen more often than not?
It's because you have a lot to think about. You're thinking about your day.
Man, my afterlife's fucked up.
You're thinking about what's going on with your life. You're thinking about this and that. You probably have a lot of stress.
I've told this man this for a year.
But I feel like what my mind's blown about right now is like I feel like I personally don't.
Make me laugh with that.
I feel like I personally don't like, and that's like an honest opinion. Like right now, so I'm wondering if it is a past life. If a past life can affect. That is mind blowing. I mean, not even being funny because, like, dude, what have you seen me do anything? Like, not even being funny. Like, has anybody seen me do anything mean? At least for the past 10 years, I might have been an asshole when I was in high school. I think everybody was.
You do anything mean in a long time,
dude. I go not even like I said. I'm really not trying to sound like this, but I go out of my way for everybody. But you can't tell me that I ain't got about the worst motherfucking luck. Just about there ever is. So her just saying that right there just blew my mind. That because my family really, really believe in reincarnation.
You could have been very, very rich in a past life.
What if I was like Bonnie and Clyde or something? Fuck, dude.
There's only one way to find out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's to repress your shit and find it. So.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean.
You can do this on your own. I'm just a facilitator.
You would need him. He can't even.
Until 10 minutes ago, I didn't even know if I believed all this.
Dude, I've been telling you this shit.
I said when he said to me though, I was like, man, I don't know if it is. But like, it's a family. I always heard it. Like it don't. Like, I had to tell you about the crazy mountains, everything. Like where they like. I've always heard it, but I've just never went like myself.
It does. Once you start
feel it in your bones,
mm-hmm.
It's like your soul wants you to learn these things.
Nothing else explains it more. That's what.
And then you start surrounding yourself,
and you feel your aura.
You feel cleansed.
You feel exactly.
I just hope mine shows all coins like her did the day she won that 5,000.
You really feel cleansed, bro. And I'll be honest with you, like you were talking, it really gave me chills earlier when you said that. The whole shift.
Yeah.
Because it was like it's when I started lucid dreaming, man, and it's kind of effed up.
Once you start opening yourself
up
is that? It is how you start hiring your vibration.
But
that's
TV,
what you want to do. You want to.
I'm TV time, man. I'm so. So what the fuck did you just say?
Lucid dreaming, dude. So,
I don't know what that is.
So I used to get.
Should be taking some acid and going to sleep.
I mean, in my dream, technically, it's like kind of like that, crazy. But
it's so funny because again, anybody can do it. It's not. It's not anything special, but it does feel special to you when you finally are able to break through into it. So what you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, and that's why every night or every day when I wake up and I'm like, dude, I had that fucked up dream. That's because that's the only dream to this date that I cannot control.
I just don't be dreaming shit.
And what I mean by that is, that's why I always watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I need you to tell me what this dream is.
I plan to off the air. I literally like everyone literally. There's just.
I got the same one. I'll tell you on air.
There's one dream that no matter and this is why I watched that show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because it started in 2005. It's literally Like even when no one else was there, that was the one show I was always. It was just a comfort thing. So it started with that. Like, and I remember the very first night that it happened, I fell asleep. I fell asleep, and I could hear the intro to the song or to the show in my head. And then I was in my dream, and I heard the intro again. And I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm watching the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my dream, and like and as soon as it got kind of dark, I was like, "Man, what the fuck?" Like I'm just gonna hang out, and literally I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. What I mean by that, dude, is for I don't know how long Dream World lasts, but I slept for 8 hours, 9 hours, and that whole 8 9 hours, bro, I was kicking it, playing Xbox in my dream, chilling, just doing my own shit.
It feels crazy, doesn't it?
Dude,
I've had so many dreams where it feels like what I'm doing in the dream, I'm doing in real life.
Why would you not dream?
I'd be Fortnite. I'd be playing live action Fortnite in my dreams. 100%.
Hell yeah,
but it's so funny because it's the underlying of it. Because I my car gets stolen is what it is, and
that's your bad dream.
No, that's what this it's a funny one. It's like I play Fortnite.
Oh, in your dream. Oh, that's dope.
Someone steals my car and I go play freaking Fortnite and hunt them down.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I ain't done that yet.
It's hilarious. I'm a Pisces too, so like I have done that since I was little. I've walked the dream realm since I was little. I control my dreams all the time. I have some that are reoccurring that are crazy and weird, but I think it's again it's a representative of yourself, really. So like
my whole dream cycle's weird.
But dude, like when I tell you about my dream after all this shit, like you're not even like even yourself because you know about a portion of it, and that's what's really weird about the meeting up and doing all that shit because the one portion of my dream that fucks me up, you'll have some kind of insight on it, but the other one, I don't even have insight on it. Like there was the location of said dream makes zero sense whatsoever.
I have crazy
people that are in my dream. You're gonna be like, okay. But I'm telling you, it's super weird.
I have crazy dreams all the time too, and they're so realistic. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, did that just happen?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wake up talking to myself. I'll wake up where they're whatever's trying to tell me something, and I hear the very, very ending of it, and I'm like, well, that's very vague. I can't.
Dude,
I wish I remembered the rest of the whole conversation.
Have you ever had one where you're like omniscient, like you're watching yourself and other characters in a dream? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like watching them play out of stuff?
My friend, so I'm in these esoteric groups and stuff. I admin a hermetic page. It's called Hermetic Disciple.
Nice.
And all of my friends are in these esoteric this group, and we talk about stuff all the time. We're always trying to expand our knowledge. Like, hey, what do you know about this? Or hey, what is this? Or hey, what can you tell me about this? How do you feel? What's your insight and your perspective about this spot on my chart and these transits that are going on? Because you can see with astrology how the energies are going to play out because of where the planets are.
What signs have you noticed a certain sign that leans more towards this stuff compared to other signs?
Are all Tauruses fucked up?
I've met so many.
I really wasn't talking shit when I literally Taurus.
I'll say it messed up.
Taurus
it's all
was
right.
just the first thing I could think of.
I really like Taurus people. They're actually really, really good people. They're just very stubborn and set in their ways.
No, that's what it says about me for real.
Yeah,
I've never read it.
You're just set in your ways.
That's weird.
I really feel bad now.
That's sure weird.
I didn't mean to talk shit on the Tauruses. I know a lot of Tauruses. It wasn't me being negative.
I'm being dead. I don't know. So all this is like true questions to me. Yeah, no, we ain't picking on. I'm a Taurus. You can pick on me. I've never read it. So that's what it says. It says I'm stubborn. That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
For sure. I think they're really passionate. Like,
stubborn might be a better word, but passionate will do.
Stay on your business.
And know, like, if you have a moral or if you have something that you believe in very, very strongly, you will stand on that. You will not let anything change your mind. You're like, no matter what it is, because
this seems pretty true.
You just stand on business.
This seems pretty true. Is that all it says?
You're gonna have to. No,
because if that's all it says,
she does your
What do you mean it's a lot? There's more than.
It's so much.
Shit, dude.
So listen to me.
You have
It's
different
so much,
houses and everything, bro.
It's so much. I could do a reading for you every day for a year, and I still wouldn't tell you all the information of like your
Who
life
you are.
and who you are and what's going on. There's so much underlying that I could dig into to tell you like this is why this is happening, and it goes with the calendar.
And we're talking
too.
past lives.
So more,
like, bro, who fucking knows?
And I do past lives, and that's also why, like astrology and also regression, all of this stuff that is like peeping around corners is linked together.
So, do you believe we're here to learn, or do you believe we're being here to like we're being taught not a lesson, but we're being like
learning? Yep.
I think some are here to teach and some are here to learn.
But my thing with the teaching thing, though,
We also
I think most are here to fucking.
We also are the hand of karma. We really are. We also teach people lessons.
So my thing is with that, the teachers are they the ones that have been here more than once and they're still trying to find their enlightenment?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, and you can also learn more, and you can come back and help others.
So you can choose to come back.
You have a soul group. You have people that you have been born with in a ton of lives.
Because in the show I'm watching, it took 3 generations.
What's that called? Not like a soulmate, but like what? Like star children shit?
Yeah, like star seeds or whatever.
Seeds,
Those are like
your spirit family.
They feel like they're born on other planets. They feel like that so there's all kinds of races of souls.
Right.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Dude, I'm telling you.
There's all kinds of just we all come from one place, in my opinion. This is my opinion.
A void?
Like
God?
A creator energy is what I feel like it is. I feel
power.
I feel like humans got it wrong when they personify the energy. I feel like there are people who are closer to this that control more, or entities, if you will, that are closer to this that can control more. Like even in the Bible. So we were talking about earlier about the Knights Templar and stuff. Even in the Bible, there's a verse that says God sits with other gods, that he has a table of gods and they're a council.
I feel like I remember this verse.
Yeah, it's in Genesis. It's literally in Genesis. Is God says he sits at his council and decides that they're going to make this kind of animal, this and this, humans, etc. It says that there's a council of other gods, and like so. There's so much that they take out, and there's so much that they edit in, and this and that.
I've been seeing that. The Enoch. Have you been seeing that Enoch shit?
Yeah,
I've been reading into that now because that's apparently been taken out.
And it's about perspective. So what the religion, what the Bible is just the perspective of those people.
But the King James version. When people hit me with that, when they're like, "Oh, I go by." I'm a Catholic and I read the King James, and I'm mocking them because you telling me right now, bro, listen to me. You're reading a fucking King James Bible version, bro. You're talking about a man who literally was trying to fucking keep control. What I mean by that is a king of his peasants King wrote James, the Bible, rewrote the Bible in his image. Yeah. And people have followed that shit to the T.
I've been to church like 10 times.
So right in your face.
Right in your face. I hate that shit.
I've been to church like 10 times and they were all on Easter.
In our faces with it. They really do. It's so funny because they do. And it's like if you look hard enough, you start to see it. And that's honestly why I was a Christian when I was younger. And reading the Bible is what made me not believe in the Bible.
Oh yeah. It's the greatest campfire story ever told.
Sadly, it's a beautiful novel.
It is.
It's a fantastic novel. It is a fiction novel.
Mm-hmm. and see, my biggest thing is when you see violence in the world, okay, all the way back to the beginning of time, damn near, not time. Okay, I'm not going to go that far because at the beginning of time, it was the Homo sapiens.
For control. It's for control.
Right, but when it all comes down to it, it's you always see the big three, man. It's either the Christians causing some shit, the Islamic Muslims causing some shit, or the Jews causing some shit. I've never seen a Buddhist go out there and saying, let's fucking go, guys. We're going to war. I've never seen a bunch of dudes in orange robes running. I've seen a dude get crushed by a tank on that video of whoever it was. I've seen them catch themselves on fire in protest of peace and stuff. But I ain't ever seen a bunch of bald monks running in through anywhere, killing a bunch of people, saying, praise fucking whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness, no way.
They're,
because it's us. It's
dude,
us.
they're the greatest people you will ever meet.
So peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
We're meant to be peaceful. And that's the saddest part about all this control is we're meant to be peaceful.
About that, so have you seen there's a study that's been done, and I'm not going to get too technical because I don't know if it was done at Brown or Harvard or Yale. I'm not that into it. But they say that 1 to 400 people, everybody can be chill. Everybody's cool. Nobody's raping anybody. Nobody's killing anybody. Once you hit the 500 people, somebody's got to be big dick in the yard and start taking control. Like, there's something
that makes
about
sense.
That. Really, but why is that? They're like, you're thinking. So human beings themselves are supposed to be social creatures. Like, we're supposed to be a community vibe people. That's why the Homo sapiens beat.
Everybody's noodles work different though.
But that's what, so the Neanderthals.
Everybody's noodles work different.
The Neanderthals used to believe in that. Less than so many people, small tribes, yada yada yada. The Homo sapiens.
Is that why they created stoning people in the street?
The Neanderthals used that. That's why they lost. But that's why they lost and that's why they always say the birth of civilization was out of the Horn of Africa. The first Homo sapiens did come from South Africa or whatever.
They did.
But the Neanderthals who had been here for many, many years prior to that were already on Earth type shit. And then when they started spawning out and pushing northern out of the desert, or back then, I'm sorry, it was probably really forested out, but they were running out of food, whatever it may be. But they even say this, the longest war in human history is the Neanderthals versus the Homo sapiens, which lasted 100,000 years. And that was when the Homo sapiens, that's when the Homo sapiens were pushing everybody out of Africa up north. And that's why the motherfuckers who live up in the north area, they're used to the cold and shit. They are the last percentage of Neanderthals. Like, if right now, if we went to like northern Sweden, northern Finland, northern fucking Russia, northern fucking whatever, besides Genghis Khan DNA, they're gonna have Neanderthal DNA as well, and mixed with Homo sapien. Dude, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you, dude. And it's crazy to say that because
it's so funny how many people don't know history.
Yes, I know.
It's the problem,
dude. I didn't know.
If you look up history, you can see at the point. Mm-hmm. You can see where the Roman Empire made up the Bible, made up the Jesus story, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
made all of it up for control. So you're gonna tell me this?
I mean, I know some history, but I don't know that shit.
This Roman man who was on council for the Romans and stuff. His name was Saul.
I don't know this cat.
This cat turned into St. Paul.
Oh shit! Okay, I know St. Paul.
His name to St. Paul. He is the one who wrote the New Testament. He
translated
Jesus' story and wrote the New Testament. He was a Roman councilman trying to get control so that he could be.
Hence the saint name, Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the history? What, you don't know that history? What were you saying?
No. I said I know history, but I just don't know that history. My history goes back to the dinosaurs, and that's about it. You know what I mean?
But there's a lot missing there.
Sure. Well, the older I've got, I realize that there. Yes, exactly. There, it seems that the dinosaurs missed the 200,000 years, and then you got that's how it kind of fucking went.
The thing that makes me the maddest is the burning of like the Alexandria Library.
Yes.
You had the libraries in fucking Greece.
So much.
Not aristocrats. I apologize. Philosophers hunted down and killed.
Yeah,
you're thinking about so much knowledge that's been lost, dude. It's hard not to believe that we are literally like.
It ain't lost. It's just hidden.
Well, people think we're the highest. A lot of people are self-centered. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're the highest." Dude, I personally believe that motherfucker. They were way back up there than we will ever fucking perceive to be, dude. Like,
there's a theory that
I'm
a genius.
You are, but that.
No, I'm just.
You could see. That's what I keep, dude. Like, I'll say, we've already got the disclaimer, and we've already been talking about it, so I don't really give a shit. We plan on doing this project, and this project could involve some, some shit. I'm not gonna say what it really is, but listen, we're planning on doing this project, and if it works out, then it could be some crazy shit.
It's gonna work.
It could be some crazy shit. And what I'm saying is, just said earlier, if you have not a repressed life, but if you have a past life that has, like, dude, what if your past life was like some fucking, like, what if you were one of the designers of the pyramids or something?
I would have been.
What if you were Tesla,
dude? You don't even put me in a time like that.
Don't know.
I tell you all the time.
Go back and speak to Nostradamus.
Bro.
She had someone go back and talk to Nostradamus.
It would make sense why my mind works the way that it does if that motherfucker was like my 10th great grandfather.
I'm so doing it for everyone. The only thing is it takes 5 hours.
My mind has problems.
Yeah, it does take 5 hours. It is. Well, think about the time.
You're right. You have to understand.
I have to get you under.
So she's got to come over for 5.
Are you allowed to
does it have to be 5 continuous hours?
I'm just curious because, like, I don't know if I could lay there for 5 hours without at least blowing a little smoke. Like, can I get super baked prior?
You can do whatever you like. I just
So here's my question: have you ever had someone not wake back up? Have they ever been stuck?
No.
Damn, just died?
No,
what
no,
the fuck? Holy shit!
Brain dead? Like, I don't know.
No, I do. I have a question. I have a question too, and this is definitely my.
You're not that far under. You're not that far under. You're just taking a step back so that all this can come forward. You're not that far under.
What's your question?
It doesn't.
Mine's like a more littler one, and I don't even mean it in a bad way, but it's just like because my this is all new to me. So like with friends, I guess it's obviously different with like people you don't know, and you kind of have to trust like what they say. But like out of friends and people that you do know how like their past life and since then their future life has been headed, what percentage would you say has been like 100% correct? Is that you know what I mean? Is that like because I know it's hard to tell, but like because
would it be by
I'm
case?
seeing these. Well, I just looked them up before, like when you told me that she was coming and everything. I started looking it up, and everything I see online is talking like high percentage. Like a lot of people like that saying I stole that question, but that was one of the questions online. Is
Son of a bitch.
well, no, that's what like when I typed that in online, it said. Well, they was all saying in the 85, 90 percentiles. Like they was like definitely there's some people that like I haven't seen them since, or I don't really know like how it worked out, so I can't disclose on them. But for the most part, 75, 80%, like what I've read has been dead on to how shit has played out or passed. Like
so, funnily enough, I have talked to people who have with the hypnotherapy that I do, along with past life, we also talk to your higher self.
Holy
fucking
shit.
crazy.
See?
Okay.
So after I get you all the way through the death sequence, and we see the death sequence of that life, because because it's the death sequence of that life, we go to their higher self, and I have them give me a set of questions beforehand. So the reason it's 5 hours is because we talk a lot. I do. It has to be a therapy session. We have to talk about things. You have to be comfortable with me, or you're not going to go under. That's what really it is. Like you have to allow me to let you do this, and if you're not comfortable with me, and you don't want to allow it, it's not going to be able to happen.
So have you seen some?
We got to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some that have gone really, really quickly. There's some that have gone and didn't even know that they went and woke up and were like, "I'm sorry, it didn't work. I fell asleep or what, and this and that." I have 2 hours worth of material.
So this is one of the biggest things that I believe in this stuff is because I've seen those. You guys have seen those.
So they be talking like when you have. Okay, all right, my fault.
Like the alien.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
We're just having a conversation.
Damn.
I'm facilitating.
I've been watching videos of it. Yeah, no, I've been. I want to do it.
Alien people, they'll be talking on it.
5 hours, 6 hours.
Voice pitches. I had to.
Voice pitches. What do you mean?
Like
to calm people down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to learn how to slowly talk.
Morgan Freeman learned them too. Yeah. Morgan Freeman learned them. Yeah, he learned them too.
Yeah, let's be real.
I wish I had an English accent because that would be fantastic. Like there's
why don't you learn the English accent? Like we've all seen those
hard.
I don't want to do that.
Have you guys ever? Come on, everyone's been down south. Like, and I'll never forget this very prominent one that's always in my head, dude. Because I was down in Gatlinburg with Anna. We were there on vacation, and we went to a fucking barbecue place or something, right? And this lady was there talking to a super southern, right? She's like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, bro." She was taking it, blah blah, and she was talking to her manager over like where the drinks are, and we were probably sit 5, 7, something like that. tables away. She's like, all right, boss, got it. Like perfectly fucking northern. And I was like, yeah, you want that tip, man? Like, it's cool. Like, it's all. I understand the hustle, but it's, you know what I mean. It's just crazy to think. Oh man, it's a whole fucking different life. No, it seems like a whole different world almost. It's like you see those Reiki, like I was saying, what's the biggest difference between, because like Reiki healers and
I don't even know what you mean by Reiki.
Reiki or like what Jesus did and stuff, but they can see auroras and shit. Like they can see like
so
it's like different magic.
They're more so they're not hands on, but they're more close. Like,
how many magics are there?
That's what's literally my question. How many? It's fuck, dude. It is, but like how endless, really? What's like if you had to give me like the main 5?
Up to each other too. What?
That was so rude. Yeah, if you had to give me like the main 5, what would you? Yeah, like because I know nothing. I might sound dumb, but I know nothing about.
Yeah, Reiki, like healing things or whatever. Reiki, hypnosis. You can also heal through eating, like fasting and stuff. That's a spiritual practice. It is. Yoga,
which that's getting a lot more common.
Yoga, any Hindu things, any of that.
Aroma breathing, probably.
Yes, there's the breathing techniques. There's a lot of ways to go within yourself, and that's all that you're doing. You're going within and finding the information inside yourself.
Would you recommend people get a guider the first couple times, or would you just be like, do what you do?
If you feel like you can't do it yourself, or you're too scared to do it yourself,
or even know what to do at that matter. I mean, like you can look shit up on Google. Let's be real.
I was literally thinking in my head that right now, like,
again,
how the fuck?
I'm not unique. This is not unique. We all have these abilities inside of us. All of us have this. All of us are able to go within and get your knowledge. That's where your knowledge really is. I don't trust Rockefeller educations. I don't trust
Rockefeller.
I don't trust none of that government stuff. That's really they've controlled public school since
forever
years, over 100 years. And I don't trust that. I don't trust somebody that controls us, and the way that school's set up. I never liked school. I don't know who did like school. Like
they didn't teach us nothing.
I like football.
My own child.
Extracurriculars.
I was about to say I like the sports.
Atlas, and that's another thing I want to get. So you named your kid Atlas, which I thought was really cool. Like that's pretty dope. Like that's a dope ass name.
I didn't even know that. That is cool. That is.
Yeah, he's a titan.
Nice.
So
he holds up the world.
That's
slick.
With the mythology and all that other shit, is it like when you say so? These practices have been done since the beginning of written,
time,
right?
Yeah.
So why do you think, or at what point did you think it just got too powerful, and that's why they just started hunting people down left and right, and it got to a point of like,
the witch hunt.
Well, I know the witch hunt and all that stuff, but I'm saying like. I mean, and I used to say this when I was growing up and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, go, take me to the doctor, do this." Now, dude, take me to a witch doctor.
People have gotten killed because of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So many. Like religion is so controlling. I want to bring up the Indian kids up in Canada. And then down here, even all of the schools that changed their whole lives, literally told them they weren't allowed to do certain things anymore within their culture. And that's horrible to me. They ripped that away from them. They took that away from so many Native American, indigenous.
All over the place. And then that's what's crazy to me is they had a technology that people don't even realize. And furthermore, what I have to get to a point now is when people talk about, you had, who was that cat? Leif Erikson, dude, who was, basically talking about how there's Vikings buried up north, like northern Maine, Scandinavia, different areas of Canada. And this is my biggest, like, what the F moment. And I was watching this History Channel thing the other day, Nerd Moment. And it was talking about.
So I was.
Well, it was talking about the 13 colonies. And first off, but I will give them credit.
Again, in your face, they really tell you everything.
They'd write to
pay attention.
Right.
That's why, like, what did I say to go kind of what you touched back on, like my favorite, like I was talking about, because I got family that came from like right off the Indian reservation and uncles and stuff that are still living there, and it's not. They by no means was any religious. My grandma and stuff out here, though, like she goes to church and stuff every Sunday. So, when I moved out here, I grew up like that. But the older I get, the more I've been like, it's not just to be 100% honest. It's not even like I research it more. I look into stuff more. It just kind of pops up right the fuck in your face, as you guys have both simultaneously been saying this whole podcast. Like
like Dean was saying, there's no coincidence.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's meant to happen. You're meant to learn.
And that's why I've been watching the History Channel since I was a kid. When I was,
your soul wants you to know this stuff. It really does. It really wants you to wake up.
It really does.
And allow the guides through everything through. It wants you to know your purpose. It wants you to know.
So what do them tell you? Obviously I'm pointing like we were on camera tonight. Yeah, the tarot cards. What do them tell you versus like, because I know you kind of went through like what you do physically and mentally and stuff like that. What do them? Because I'm completely new to all this.
Than your hypnosis would be.
Well, not even just that. Like, but like, what's the main like? Well, I have no idea. Like, is that you flip one of them and it could be like, oh, you're gonna die? Oh, no, like I'm being dead ass. Like I know obviously it's not like that literally, but I just like
really
what.
It's like short term, long term. It can tell you like what your goals should be. Okay. It's so what I'm gonna do.
Like a guide almost.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's a guide. It's what it is.
Okay.
It's more of a guide. It's it's like.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, kind
future,
of, but
like,
yeah.
What's led you up to this point, where you're at right now, and where you'll be if you continue in this direction? And we all have free will. So you have the choice to change things.
A guide / warning /
Yeah.
Okay, that might sound super dumb to most people listening right now, but I'm so curious.
As a warning, then you're always going to be like, when's it coming?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's what. Yeah, no, not literally, but yeah, no, like what I'm getting at, you can change it. Thank you, though. Yeah, thank you. But like that's
once
so like
it's in your mind and you know what you're talking about, you have the power to change your mind at any time. You have the power to change what shows up for you in your life at any time. That's why mediums sometimes are wrong. Like, those mediums that are fortune tellers and tell you that this or this or this is going to happen in your life. Once you have that knowledge, you can change it.
Right.
Because we're powerful. We're that powerful.
And see, my thing real quick, though, is with the deja vu shit. Like, I feel like you see deja vu more when you start getting into all this stuff because... Like I was saying with the whole lucid dreaming stuff, like I'll be in certain situations later on in my life.
It tells you what's going to happen.
You never told me that. What is that?
Manifest it.
What?
Lucid dreaming.
I told you what it was. It was when you can control your dreams. You literally are in your dream, and no matter what happens.
Oh, I heard of that. Like, so say I go to sleep thinking about that I'm going to be in a field of 10,000 pot plants. No. I'll dream about a field of 10,000 pot plants.
If you want
to. And it may be. Like, obviously, it's not like 100%.
I had to fixate on
Can you get it to 100%? Yes. Like, the more you get it, the better.
Like, right now, I could go to sleep tonight, and I could be in a fucking 10,000.
I don't think I want to tell you guys what I dream about.
It's so hard for people to get to that point because... One, it's scary. I'm sure you've been scared.
I tripped out.
I was about to say, he's been practicing. I've been hearing him talk about it a while.
Because you're a Scorpio, you do look deeper. And once you do it, it's like, okay, this ain't that bad.
But that's why I get so freaked out by the ones with the certain dream. That's why every time I wake up and I'm like, dude, I had that dream last night.
There's a meaning
because
to
I can't control it, dude.
That is literally showing you something. Pay attention.
Dude, wait, I'm telling you, but when I tell you about it later, you're gonna be like, yo.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's ignorant. It's literally the most ignorant thing. I even tell my mom about it, dude. I'm like, and she like, I'm really spiritual with my dreams, dude. Like I literally, and it's crazy because this one dream is like a fucking movie, and so every single time,
watching it,
every single time, but I feel it, dude. Like. And there'll be different pieces of it each time. And I have, like, each night I go to sleep, even if it's a nap, dude, I'm right back to where I started. If I wake up.
You'll do it for days.
Dude, for days.
I have that one, too, where we'll go for days. And I'm like, why?
I get the worst sleep. Dude, it sucks. And I can't get out of it no matter.
So you believe in, like, dream catchers? You guys do that? Okay. Like, in a way, me and him talked about it. Yeah, I fully believe in him. I said it to him. I have a very weird recur. I mean, I don't give a fuck to say it. Like,
it's not a bad dream, though. Don't get me wrong.
That stuff up and put it around.
But it's not a bad. It's not like it's not like a negative bad dream. But it's like when I wake up, it's like what the fuck.
Mine don't feel.
That shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be in my subconscious. It shouldn't be in my conscious. It shouldn't be in my beta, theta. No, it shouldn't even be in the realm of whatever, man. Like I'm through all that, and the location I was never really there. That's the most.
Oh yeah, that
moment,
is
dude.
kind of weird.
So
Yeah.
I've been to my other dreams though. Every other dream, bro, I'm just cool.
Ever since I started getting.
Is there something that's significant to somebody else? Is it significant to somebody else?
What do you mean significant to someone else?
You probably never thought about that. I would have never. Like, is somebody else in the dream? You think it's a significant moment to them?
No.
No, nothing like that. Nothing.
Okay, yeah.
No, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the location is so weird, man, because
you think not, but maybe.
Dude, look, I'll just say, because nobody's ever going to hear that has any idea.
Yes, they will,
no,
man. You better watch it. This is a good one.
I don't even care. So listen, dude. So
say initials. Will she know initials?
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Okay.
So as soon as I tell her it's a female that I've been with, yada.
Yeah.
So a female that I was with for a few years, her name starts with an L, and out of high school.
Yeah.
And so she's in the dream, and then I met my grandma
already.
I met my grandma Ron and Debbie's house, dude, which is right there off of Bourbon, right? Which I was never there. I mean, I went there to eat at the restaurant, we hung, whatever, but I was never there. Even growing up, I was there a couple times when I was like young, 3, 5, up in that area.
Yeah.
Like I could still remember every detail of the house, all the way up. Like left room was my Aunt Crystal's room. Straight ahead was my grandma and grandpa's room with the water bed. Right room was my grandma's doll collection. The stairs were wooden as fuck, steep as fuck.
Where at on Bourbon?
Like right where where that fucked up. I mean, it was fucked up last time I saw it. Fucked up brick houses on the corner where the mill is. You know where the mill?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's that apartment. I think it's an apartment building. There used to be a 2-family duplex right here.
Duplex, yeah.
Across the street, there's a street that goes the back road behind, and you got like Walnut and all that shit.
Yeah,
okay, and then there's a house right here, and then that brick house that's right here on the corner.
There's a lot of heavy energy over there.
And see that, dude.
I'm just saying that
Oh, my grandma about
so, yes.
Would you like a drink?
No.
Okay.
She's all about her water. She's.
I just wanted to make sure. I felt rude, man. That was like the fourth one we made. Okay, so
he did bring the collection just in case.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they're taking care of me.
But that's the thing. So I was never there often as a kid. I mean, like I said, she had a pool, so we were there occasionally. Ronnie was fucking my mom's husband at the time, so obviously. I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? So at the time I was there doing the pool thing, learning how to swim, yada, yada, but that was it. I was never really in the house that much. And then so the fact of, so like last night, I didn't even mean to go to sleep. It was just a random nap that happened. And when I was in that dream, I was, I woke up in Mom Crystal's room. I walked down the stairs, and I was a grown-ass man. It wasn't like I was in my child self. I was a grown-ass person.
Like right now.
Yeah, like right
now. Okay.
So like I woke up, dude, and like the vibe was kind of heavy, but it felt like it wasn't present day, dude. It was like an early 19. Like the lamps were different. The outside was different.
It could have been.
The air was different. Everything was
just. This, but your family has a really prominent history with Blanchester.
Jesus Christ. But look,
your family. What if that was you from a different like you?
My family's travelers, son. You're fucked.
Another.
But I'm really an A cuff though. By
what the
blood.
Fuck does that mean? Does it change anything now?
So I was adopted when I was a kid.
No, I know, but you was physically there, so like,
right. So like I didn't meet Kenny and them until I was like 12 years old.
Right.
But energy wise.
But the whole time I grew up with Ronnie, and then there was like a huge. Trust me, that was a huge thing. Still to this day is a big deal.
Energy wise, you was there though, dude. You was,
and that's what's weird about the energy. I'll bring this up real quick outside of the dream. This isn't my episode. This is Chell. So I'm sorry for taking up this, but
no, you're fine.
But
it's the
Don was Kenny's dad, right? And he had served in World War II. He was a parachuter, and so it was weird because when I got out of basic training and shit, when I came home, he was still alive. And then it was this chick that me and her never, Kaylee Burris or Kylie Burris. You remember that chick? Dude, bro, in the hallways, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, we hated each other. Like never got along. Damn. Complete, like never we were getting along.
Always told me straight was wrong.
Yeah, it really was.
Honestly, growing up in a small town is interesting in general.
The only time I seen you guys was King of the Road.
Yeah, we won everything.
No, you
didn't, but
it really is interesting.
She messaged me out of nowhere.
My grandma's lived there forever, so
she messaged me out of nowhere and said, "Hey, man, your grandfather's Kenny or Don, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You might want to come see him, right?" I went up and saw this cat, did the whole thing with him. And it was weird. Like 2 days later he died. So it was like he was waiting for me
Oh my goodness.
to see him. And it was, dude, I'm telling you, like the conversation we had, literally it lasted for like 2-3 hours. It was
honestly
weird, bro.
So like things like that are prominent things that happen to you. Like they bring up a lot of energy, and like that energy has to be worked through. Regard, like if it's
look, I've come to terms with everything. That's why this dream fucks me up so much, because I've come to terms with everything in life. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, like there may be.
But have you?
I really have. Like, and that's why I was telling you earlier about the shift. I remember the exact day, the exact time. It's almost like 9/11, dude. I remember exactly. I'm dead ass. That's how prevalent it was.
No, I know.
That's the only thing I can compare it to. Most people,
that's what I do.
Most people might not understand that. Anybody over the age of 25 will understand what I'm talking about, but the young ones won't know what, to 9/11 to us was like Pearl Harbor for the older ones. You know what I'm saying? Or Vietnam. You know what I mean? Like.
How do you feel about almost?
I shut off my memory.
But that's why I feel like I've gotten more to that point of spirituality, because like I remember just so much dumb shit when I was younger, dude. It was never about that, but I remember the shift of
where you
decided
crazy.
Yes, dude. Like I'm about this and starting to learn more and like I started surrounding myself with those energies, bro. Like.
So I'm going back a little bit. So you're telling me dreams can mean different things too?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because me and him started getting to this conversation the other day, because I was telling him until I put that dream catcher up, I always had some weird ass dream. Now I don't really have any. Well, we looked it up and it says that takes bad ones.
My mom, I've had to go through and cleanse her house multiple times, because the energy around where she lives. Where
does she live at now? Same place?
In Martinsville.
Oh shit, yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of heavy, like, it used to be, grounds.
Some crazy shit.
And then there's grounds for
I wouldn't even want to see
for Native Americans and everything else out there. So like it's really a lot of heavy, like you don't know what's buried where. I had this dream that scared me really bad there. I was staying there because she runs the booth at the Renaissance
Yes, that's dope. So what booth does she run?
It's called
you have to let me know next time it's going on. I'm about to peep that shit.
We go there, we go there every year.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, it's really,
we go there every year.
Really fun. It is really fun. And it has a lot of this stuff.
That's
and it's really fun to at least look at and learn more about it. That's the thing, is like there's so much knowledge. Again,
I love that whole period of time, dude.
I couldn't tell anybody everything about everything in one sitting, one reading, I would have to talk to you every day for months to tell you everything that I've learned.
Wait, she's got to start getting on more faded thoughts. Will that count as my hours to work towards my sit down?
Faded thoughts?
No. Yeah, we gotta start getting her on faded thoughts.
But that wouldn't count towards your hours. You have to go into sleep.
It just I know that. I'm just saying she said we had to talk a little bit further. Oh no, I want to do it. I said it earlier, but I want to do it all. I'm being very serious.
We're always looking for people to come on faded thoughts. She only lives down the street.
I know, that's what I
Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, she just said she likes getting comfortable and knowing them first. So that's what I'm saying. Yep.
Oh,
we gotta
You have to.
I want to do it.
You have to be able to trust your facilitator. I'm going to take you to a past life. I'm going to take you through a death sequence, which is very scary and which can be very, very hard to go through.
Have you ever seen a first-person past life? Like, what if this is my first life? Is that possible? Have you seen it?
How the fuck is that? Oh my god.
Listen, so if this stuff gets so deep, it's not Dolores in her time, in her 83 years, I believe she was started in her 20s. She did like 40 to...
We're talking about 60 years of work.
Yeah, exactly. At least 60 years of working in hypnotherapy. In her time, she got so deep with the extraterrestrials and stuff. There are people... Okay, so Earth is in such a state that extraterrestrials have been called to come here as souls.
Right.
To help raise the vibration, because they've learned the lessons for their planet. They've learned the lessons for stuff. Again, it's all schools. We are all from the one creator energy, and we're all split off, right?
Right.
So once you get split off, your purpose and your your soul, your little splinter of this creative energy
Damn.
is to experience.
It's the truth. That's all right. I'm sorry. That was rude.
We're just here to experience. And unfortunately, the society and the societal things on this earth have put us in such a state that we don't even know that we're supposed to be looking for this stuff. We don't even know that we're supposed to be. It's wild. It's really wild how much
keep your head down and do the fucking shit.
Nobody knows.
So how
and they kill them if they
teach
do.
you. They don't teach you in
They
school.
do.
They don't even bring it up one time in school.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
That's what I was getting to. You go ahead real quick because I'm about to go on a spew for a minute. But go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to ask her because that just blew my mind. I've literally never thought of it. Yeah, I never thought about. So like, what's the furthest back? And like, I know you can't do like names and stuff or like certain stories, but like, what's the furthest back? Like, I don't know what you call it, maybe generation or whatever you want to call it, but like the furthest
time period
life back. And then what's like the soonest? Have you ever seen somebody that like first this life? Truly was like their first or second life, or is like everybody seemed to go like real far back? It's like we talking 14, we talking like 6, we talking like what the fuck? My mind is blown. So I just like what's average? I guess I would have to say.
It really does depend and vary. There have been people who their past life was on another planet.
Holy shit!
Is where it gets to.
Holy shit!
So they started out on another planet and then decided to come to Earth.
Like a whole other galaxy.
A whole other.
Has there ever been one in our solar system?
Well, no, I was about to say, dude, there's beliefs about that. My science, like and this is one thing that I am. My science history buff is I've heard there is stories that talk about. Like societies coming here. Dude, it's honestly, it's like planets I can't even fucking pronounce, even if I had the writing in front of me.
There's a lot of them that are here to help us. There's some of them that are also
like angels and demons and shit, bro.
There really is a war going on, and I believe that part of it.
Good versus evil.
I believe they're entities. They are. Oh yeah. I believe when people talk about aliens, there's just other entities. We can't see them.
So there can be some real fucked up. So if I've been fucked up for like 25 lives in a row, there's no way I'm having good luck.
You're going to find out when she tells you your shit.
Right. I mean, like, you're not being funny, but like in a, like a... Like that's some shit that could really have. Like your past 20 lives have passed up. It'd probably take you like 2 or 3 lives of good to be able to make up for it, right? Okay. No, I mean, but that's no, like fuck. I mean, but if you know, yeah, but if you know, and that should be subconscious
too.
If you're
so pissed off all the time, that's probably why. Because you're like, I should.
Oh, dude, I'd be like, that's what I was about to ask her. Like, what's the crazy? That was my next question. Was like, before I ain't even being funny. Before I say it on live air, I've said it to you, but. I don't even know what the fuck something like it would be, but like, what's like the most like screw? And you don't have to say like detail, but like level wise, like what's the most messed up continuous dream you've ever heard of? Like you've heard of like some fucked up shit, or like so like I just want to make sure before I said mine on air, but like so like I got one since I was like young, and it's dude, it stops coming around when I have my dream catchers. Well, dude, mine's weird. It's just like mine's weird. So like. 10% of my dreams will be about less like random stuff, day-to-day stuff. And that's just like your regular stuff, like what I go to sleep thinking about, like what the fuck, whatever. But literally since I was young, unless I have a dream catcher in the house, that's why I've literally searched through 10 boxes to find the bitch when I found it and put it back up. But dude, it's just all black. I have the same dream where it's just all black. And it ain't like you're sleeping and dreaming all black. It's like I feel my arms and shit moving, dude, like falling. But it's not bad. Like, I'm not, like, freaking out in the dream. I'm just, like, chilling. Like, I'm just, like...
Free falling?
Oh, so you dead ass, dude. Like, you dead. Hey, I'm being sick. Dude, and, like, I feel my body and shit, like, spinning. But when I have my dream catcher up, they go the fuck away. Like...
So
she's gonna help you with your black void.
I think it's negative because if you go with my
it's not negative.
Family tradition, all the dream catcher does is take away negative dreams. So to me, it's weird that when I have that up, that dream goes away. So like, is it bad? Is it good? Like that's why it's been weird because like when I'm in it, it's knowledgeable, but when like I don't feel no type of way.
No matter what, you may not remember it, but you dream every night. No matter, like, that's a scientific.
I'm being dead ass serious. I know, I do. I definitely do sometimes, but I'm being dead ass serious. Like 6-7 hours of falling through different levels. Like I'll see different
Through
lights.
hell.
I'll see nothing like that changes. Like
So I believe that we all
let's put her
are
on the
entities
spot.
of different dimensions. We again, so since we're split off, I believe we're split off again, and we're split off again, and then we're split off again. So you have higher forms of yourself. You
consciousness and shit.
Other consciousness on other planes, on other levels. And they're trying to show you things.
That's throwing me in a black hole?
No, hold on.
And so, like, some of them, I believe the planets are on these vibrations, these levels, these consciousnesses, these entities. I believe the planets put that off. And if you're talking about that, maybe you're from a planet. Maybe you were a star just chilling out in space.
And you fell.
The fuck, lives be changing like that? So a different life ain't got to be like necessarily a person?
Dude, you can be an animal.
Could be your higher self. That's what in the end, we talk to your higher self.
Dude.
I'm telling you, everything is crazy. Everything is wild.
We're just like, we're like avatars.
Is that telling me that I want to be a star again? Or is that just reminding me?
The face thing is what fucks me up, dude.
Put it in your face.
Yeah, it's because when I say like this, because they say people that do like the evil entities that are in place in airway, whatever you want to consider power or influence, whatever, they tell us, you know what I'm saying, they put it in our face so that way the bad karma doesn't come back on them in a sense. And
they can't do it without telling us.
And so when they do that, and that's why you see it in The Simpsons, Family Guy, all these crazy movies and shit like that.
I don't watch TV anymore.
Well, that's why you see it in these fucking things, is because they're telling you, hey, we're about to do this. That way, the bad karma, and when they're able to, bro, they'll energy transfer themselves. So that's why the same families are always in power.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they're always sacrificing the same shit, like ball and shit like that, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this shit. It's rigged, but it's not. Because this is the shit that you need to be in.
It makes so much sense, though.
That's the wildest part. To a Joe Rogan
That's the wildest part. I'm excited for these. I'm because I've never. My sister-in-law, well, I call her sister-in-law. Me and Jerry technically married, both been together. Well, no, I'm just saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just excited because Abby's real into these, and she's newer. By newer. Yeah, by newer, I would have to say like a year, maybe a year and a half, So I mean, she's been doing it for a little bit, but she's newer into these too. So she's been talking a lot about them.
I love that.
Like family
I love that people
events.
Are waking
so,
up. People are waking up. It's happening. It really is. It really is. Like there's people waking up to it, and there's these kids that aren't even, they don't even have to be told. They just already feel it in their soul. They already feel it to go ahead and start doing it. People are waking up.
Right, yeah. I mean, she's probably I think it might be 23 now, 24. So she said, I'm just talking out loud. So like around 21, 22.
Are going to be so knowledgeable. I see little kids.
They're either going to go two ways, knowledgeable or stuck in the fucking rhythm because...
Well, I mean, honestly, it sounds fucked up, but...
People in general, not many people our age or even think... Like, I could take 10 people on there right now, bring them in here talking about this.
I'm young for studying, for as knowledgeable as I am far with astrology and stuff. They're like, you're really young for knowing all this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I just decided to, that's what... When everything happened with my son's father, I had a lot of healing to do, and so I just went inside myself to heal.
That's fucking... See, that shit blows my mind.
And that's what I'm saying.
I have clairsentience, which is where...
What's that?
It's where, like, I just know things for no reason. Like, not at all. Like, I
bet your boyfriend loves you. That was a good one. No. Come on.
That's fucked up. That was a good one.
Or whatever, where like, I'm waiting for you to Google what I said.
Yeah.
Because I know it. Because you're like, oh, no, you're wrong. Unfortunately, I know, too much. I know too much. And it's...
I think I'm that way, too.
And it's and it just comes out of nowhere, and I have like almost a photographic
memory, that's dope.
Almost, not completely. I do have a lot of just traumatic things that I've forgotten because they're traumatic, but I'm working through it again.
I'm working through it.
He said,
It's never ending. It's never ending. You can't. There's no ascended master. There's no person on this planet that says that they've done heal. They are done healing.
I have two questions. Two-part question. One, when you reach the highest consciousness, do you think what happens? Do you think you're just like floating in like and that's what I
think you just
like. But what happens? Like, are you not like we're never gonna experience this again type shit, bro? Like
no,
when you finally reach
special. Each life is special. Each moment is special. They condition us to believe that it's not special.
Oh yeah, fuck them. They got me beyond fucked up, son.
But the fact that we're talking right here, right now, about stuff like this, it's special. We're special beings. We really are. They won't make us believe we're not, but we really are.
So that's what I'm. So when it all is said and done, are you just like some like space in the void, just like hanging out, like floating around?
It feels like
love. Or are you always gonna be?
I've gone back to it. It feels like love. You're just creator energy. You're surrounded by love and creator energy, and you.
Do you think? But what do you think happens? Do you think
see all perspectives of everything? You have.
Can you do you think you'll be able to ability to relive lives that you want to relive and do things that you want to do, or you think you're just gonna always be floating in nothingness?
Oh shit!
That's a good question. Truly.
So is it even? Would it
honestly,
technically?
That was a little bit much for me. I was like, honestly, now that you say that, that's what it feels like. Like, so once with all the regressions that I've done, once we get back to like that point where you're like looking through and seeing yourself and judging yourself. After that, you go back and you decide what else you want to learn and how you want your soul to grow. So, like, we have all this time that we're supposed to grow and expand and see things. So, by the time that we do grow, it honestly feels like it's never ending at this point. Because by the time that you grow and do everything that you're supposed to do, it's gonna be like finally a resting, peaceful time when you do get back to the creator energy.
But like that's what I'm saying. So like you're resting peace energy. But like, what if all I want to do for the rest of my resting peace is smoke blunts with my people and make podcasts?
Then you could.
Am I not going to be allowed to do that? Am I just going to be feeling? I wonder if you could
pick. I mean, honestly, it makes sense. Like you get, like you get to pick.
But what if you don't? But what if once you excel your level and you're just all like Super Saiyan mode up in the fucking sky, like?
But I feel like I mean, with it being about I feel like with it being about what it is about happiness and like true happiness and finding yourself, that you would be able, like, you would automatically, not even that you would get to pick. I feel like your soul might automatically go back.
But what do you mean?
Once you get to that point, you don't care about
your soul will automatically go back to which stage you was the happiest then. And that's when it ends. That's what my new knowledge makes me think.
And you wouldn't even think about that honestly. Like,
damn.
When it doesn't.
Forget.
All of the things that you care about in this mundane life, none of it's gonna matter. None of it matters.
Forget.
So is it like that Seth Rogen meme where he's all like, you know what I'm talking about, with the rainbow behind him and shit? Like, is that the basking in love that I'm gonna feel?
Literally, yeah. You just feel, like you're in a big hug.
It's like Men in Black. They're just gonna flash your ass, dude.
And it feels like nothing else matters. It's like none of that even matters. Like,
think about it. That is intense. Everything you worry about, everything you love, everything you care, like literally, like so.
Know that and have that knowledge. It's
right, but how do you? So okay, with that knowledge though, like how do you get the people to stop from going like? So how do you get people that are all like, oh my god, it's all fucking, it's all this, it's negative, like I want blah blah blah, and then how do you get the people that are like us, like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to experience more of this. Like let me know how the basking feels.
Curiosity.
Honestly. Everything happens for a reason. If you're called to talk to me, you're called to talk to me. That's why. But
like Caroline or something in the show, like she just gave up all hope and she was like, "Fuck this, I want to die." How do you get people? Because like Eternity,
it's like me.
If you take certain shows like that and you put them into real life, like like vampires live for eternity, and you're like, "Oh, I'm an eternal being," okay, and then you're just like, "Fuck this, like this is all like." Well, fuck it. We'll give up. We'll try out next life type shit. The people, like the people that commit suicide, bro. Like, and I know. Go ahead.
There are.
Heard they get trapped in another realm.
Hold on, because I've thought that too. But then there's another thing that I think
there are. So if you commit suicide, you come back and it's 10 times harder. You're gonna do it. You're probably gonna do it for.
Force them out for the boys.
Come back as like a fucking squirrel or something.
No, like a human. Like what?
No, a human. Your human life. You're gonna go through everything that you went in this life that put you to the suicidal point.
I've done some fucked up shit in my past life.
Until you can progress past that.
Dude, whoever I was, I think that's my answer. I'm being dead ass. No, I'm being dead because I just got chills when she said that. Dead ass.
But how many people do you think, real quick, how many people do you think have done that? The cycle that those motherfuckers are in, bro.
Again, I've done at least 25 people so far.
You've already done the 25?
Yeah.
Damn, I wanted to be one. I was over here talking about being one of the 25.
32.
Shit.
32.
Oh, it's weird. My dad's
experienced.
favorite number was 33.
Shit.
I have to be. I gotta be next. Bam, it's in the books. Alrighty, continue. I'm sorry.
You're fine. No,
Get that session booked.
Whenever.
But yeah, it's
talking about how my mind's blown. That's all the fuck I've been talking about.
How many people do you think
I think there
are on that perpetual cycle of?
I think there's a lot, unfortunately.
On a perpetual
of just killing themselves because it's 10 times harder, bro.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But do you? Sorry, go ahead. I am so sorry.
You're meant to be here and serve a purpose. And until you serve your purpose and you die as you're meant to die.
Noble.
Yeah, you have exactly the highest form of
So what the fuck am I gonna do then?
What?
What do I do? What do you do then? That's that realm you was just talking about, right?
Yeah,
okay, no, I just wanted to make sure.
You go back and you decide that if you're going to go to school again or if you're going to learn this or there's schools in the afterlife that you can go to as well.
Oh my God.
We're always learning. We are always learning.
Okay. So
the spirit realm, there are.
Well, no, that's what we're getting. We're going down a crazy alley. So that's what I was about to ask. So is there? I don't know if you is, but is there like people in your profession that is into like witchcraft and like actual magic, or is that like something that people just like crack jokes and make fun of?
No, it's all about
intention. No, that's what like
we
because
powerful beings.
No, that's what
we believe in that shit.
Yeah, no, that's what
intention into something it's gonna happen. Especially
that's
if
crazy
the person is not knowledgeable about that intention that you're putting onto them. You are a powerful being.
So do you think that like the people, you've been seeing those things about who's that rapper?
Oh, man.
He's a big rapper. Not Tony Lanez. Come on, damn it. Not ASAP.
J. Cole.
No, he does all the. He's on everything. He had his own Big Mac meal.
Rocky.
He had his own Big Mac meal for a while. Come on. Travis Barker or Travis Scott. Thank you.
I was going to say Quavo or whoever just done that.
But his rituals and shit that he quote unquote does during his performance, bro. You don't know about this, dude. So and he's not the only one. Taylor Swift does some crazy witchcraft looking shit too, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But do you think that they are actually doing those rituals to like some kind of black arts type of deal where they're see, bro? No, you don't.
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell your hair was moving the other way.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude.
100%, unfortunately. I do think that they all...
People be dying at their shit.
Yeah, I do think that they all have agreed to things.
Agreed.
And I don't think that, again...
So what happens to motherfuckers like
the
that?
devil and the God of the Bible.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So what do you think happens to those cats? Like, they agree to certain things, so like... Do they just say, fuck it, I'll take an extra 40 fucking lives?
That's why they have their artificial lives that they got going on.
So the energy transfers?
Yeah, they're telling us about this and stuff. They can't get it themselves. They can't get that much energy themselves. They have to get it from other people and other things. To the biggest point
Churches.
of the
Go ahead.
Churches as
well.
So
that's another. So before you got here, I kid you not, I said, did I not ask this to Jody? I was like, I've had this belief.
That's what the Holy Spirit is. It's everybody's energy all at once.
Woo!
It's all of us we are powerful beings. And think about it. Think about it every single time that you feel that Holy Spirit come through during church. Because I grew up Christian. I went to church camp. I felt that. And it came to me one time. I was like, that's just everybody. Because everybody
the energy
is having
concentration.
these higher. Because you feel so good and you're so close to each other and you're in a congregation and it's all of your souls doing that once.
Dude, the creepy thing is I just said this before you got here. Jody was in there doing the dishes.
100%.
And I said, I was like, I've had this belief these last few years that pastors and preachers and all this shit is a controlled energy because they're all in there humming and singing and dancing.
Not
and
to mention
man, they're all
and the money.
That's what I was talking about.
Literally just
well,
said
that's
what
when that shit really started going south there. And I'm not even because I'm a new researcher. So like, if people listen to this podcast and end up going and looking, they're gonna see the same shit that I was seeing.
Yeah.
And it is very odd that when the U.S. government started coming around, how. And I don't even like, and maybe enforced not the right word, but that's the one that I'm going to use. How enforced shit like this being fake is. Like, as soon as the U.S. government, so like, it was always like problems with it. I mean, you got like Salem witch trials, you got like spat big events that happen, but like, bam, as soon as the U.S. government, I'm talking, bam, it's fake. Like, it's just never happened.
Why
this
did they
was
have trials like that? Why did they kill them?
Well, and that's what, like, that shit is weird to me. Like I said,
why did they take the indigenous people and tell them they're not allowed to practice their spirituality because their spirituality is using the magic of our powerful beings, us, and the stars and the moon and the ground and the wind and everything. Yeah, everything is a vibration and we can use it. We are creators.
Do you think we used to have 13 months?
Huh?
Do you think we should have 13 months?
Of course, the moon.
Wait, what?
Cycle, follow the moon
I'm sorry, I missed that.
The moon has 13 months cycle. We should have had 13 months, but we only have 12.
Man, I feel dumb. She said it to me like I'm dumb. No, I'm just playing. No, she said, of course,
motherfucker.
She said, of course, it has 13 cycles.
The Barbie or not Barbie?
No, angels.
Angels.
Well, hold on. I'm fucking. What the fuck are we talking about? Follow the moon for 13 cycles.
Dude,
you're telling me like, what the fuck is that?
Indigenous people, you said your family. Indigenous people know that there's 13.
There's 13 moons.
Months. There's 13 moons.
I've heard of I was about to say I've heard of different ones. So
13 full moons. That's why there's 2 in the same month at the end.
So that's what it'll be. So
we have.
Okay.
I tell you about this trip.
You can tell who did do his research.
Angels told me.
I did. Bro, I did. But when you look this shit up, you get in a black hole that keeps you up till 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. And then I've had 2 weeks of fucking, and you can never look it all up.
That's why I'm so far into this.
No, and
I never wanted to stop learning. Once you start learning, you can't stop, and your soul wants you to learn, so you're not going to stop. You're going to learn until you know what you. I
just want to grow.
And that's what I wanted to talk about with the suicide people, real quick. Do you think that they end up meeting people? Do you think?
They all have a soul family.
The soul family. Do you ever think that the people that commit suicide or whatever, the people that are stuck in this perpetual cycle, do you think that there's ever like a, hey, I'm gonna go back and try to help this motherfucker?
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna zoom in to be a best friend.
Are you thinking your old self committed suicide?
No.
Too?
Listen.
No.
Because I think mine did. Is that why we always come back to each other?
But I'm thinking like you never know.
I mean, not even being weird, but like when I was in Morrow, moved here, became friends with you while we was both in Goshen. You went to Blanchester, didn't talk to each other, randomly ran back into each other, friends till you went to the army. I moved to fucking Montana. You went to Afghanistan, came back, started working with each other again, and then had your house, had everything going good. All of a sudden that, and then bam, we're at the situation we're at now. You had 3, 4, 5 other places you lived. Some reason you picked
states.
Some reason too. That's what I'm saying. And then I could have randomly still been in Montana, but randomly didn't pick. That's weird. Like I said, obviously, do I think, but like, is that some shit that you was getting at there with that? Is what I was getting at. So like,
you could say that. That's not exactly what I was getting at.
That's what I'm getting at. Like
your soul tribe that you come back
soul
to
tribe.
Connect.
Soul tribe.
They're your people.
As long as
they're here to teach you lessons and they're here to help you.
He mean my boss in the tribe, or is there bosses in the tribe? As long as he's not my boss in the tribe, cool,
I don't think anything like that. But if you wanted to go that deep, if you wanted to go that deep, you could say that shit. Like I came back to be like, hey, let's help this dude get through his next thing. You're like, Timmy is really fucked up.
They will.
Let's help him.
Why did I take such a hard path? Why didn't I just take the?
Because you're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Clearly, you have a lot to learn.
A lot.
A lot to learn.
You're a
and
nice
that's
guy.
It's really hard. People have hard lives. People have harder lives than us.
Of course.
You gotta stay humble.
Oh, I do every day.
They have way harder lives than
They do.
what we are. It is our perspective. We are here, and yes, you can get depressed sometimes to the point where you're like, I just want to give it all up, and I do want to commit suicide.
I ain't been there in a long time, so man.
Don't do it.
My
You're
hell
not,
no.
like literally.
Hell
It is
no.
forever changing, and you are creating.
Hell no.
You can pop right out of the situation. In 3 months' time, you won't be in the same situation if you try and you focus and you put your intention into moving away from it.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't know, man.
I haven't
create
been.
your life.
I feel like I'm pretty
depressed in a
fucking
long
stuck.
Put your intention.
I feel like I'm one of them hamsters on
But
the
here's my
spinning
thing.
wheel
Stop
on the
here. But
commercial.
I'm about to explain this.
And unfortunately, the whole government and stuff, the way that our society is set up has
It is rigged, but if you get a good team, it's a good foundation.
yes.
And that's how it all starts, man. You gotta get a good team. But
You about to tell me I'm fucked up?
no, I'm not gonna tell you you're fucked
All
up,
right.
dude.
Thought that's where we was getting
No,
at.
I'm just saying, like.
I mean, I was gonna
so-
agree. I
so
was
look,
just like,
so
damn.
This cat, dude, for argument's sake, this cat comes in here one day. He's like, man, we can't do the podcast here. We gotta figure out the podcast there. Blah, blah. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Ask dude for a couple dollars. Comes in here, builds that fucking room within 25, 30 minutes. Listen, 25, 30 minutes. Whole room set up. So,
So you believe in this?
everything. Well, and he
Was
does
that the
it.
tourist?
This
in
is
me?
way before he.
I said fuck it and just built it myself.
Bro, he built this whole little room in here, and everything was about the podcast. We got mics, we did this, we got programs, we did all this shit.
I like Tauruses for that reason because they're loyal.
Yeah, he
to
is a
you, and
Taurus.
They're very good. They're very good friends.
I'm like a good dog.
And see, well, no, stop. He started.
I
all
am,
this.
son. What?
He's Albo Audio is what started. it all.
Bobo's a Taurus too. April 20th.
I understand
I'm like
that.
a good dog.
And what? Allie's a Scorpio, right?
I don't know. October 26th.
A Scorpio.
Yeah, oh,
I'm a
shit.
Scorpio.
Damn.
And so, is what I'm saying is
That's why she gets so happy when you get here.
the fact of the matter is this dude
They
fixates.
They feel.
He
They will.
fixates on things, and then there'll be times where he'll be like, "Okay, I'm gonna build this and be a podcast room, yada yada," and then something will fall out, and a pretty decent derailment. Don't get me wrong, but like with Faded Thoughts, so Peculiar Parks is what started Albo Audio. Peculiar Parks is what rocketed it all up, and it was like originally it was just him, Brett, and Marcus, and then I came on as a researcher. And then some stuff happened, and we fell out with some other people, whatever. And then it was Faded Thoughts. So then we just started doing Faded Thoughts back and forth, And you can tell, like, the chemistry that's built from episode 1 to episode 11. You know what I'm saying? Not only,
I love that. It's so genuine.
not only in the stories, but like the chemistry on air. Like now it gets to the point where people are like, "You don't edit your shit." Like, no, dude. A lot of our stuff is one take, bam, or it's live.
It's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
People will still watch it,
Right.
And again, I think it's more genuine that way.
Right.
Exactly.
I think it's more from the heart and from the soul, and people
And so-
want that these days.
now you got people who are producers who are upset because they're not going to get paid $100 for the hour of editing or $200, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? So that's why we be doing shit on the random like this, like straight up guerrilla fucking.
I had to learn it all.
Dude. You learned it all.
I
that's what I'm
learned. I
saying.
said fuck
But
it
then
and
he
learned
gives
it all.
up on shit and throws it to the side and fixates on the next thing, and then we have a grow room now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's why you're here, to guide him, to keep him right on track.
So
He
the
does.
podcast stuff. So we went from Faded
Him and
Thoughts.
Jody. Jody's February 26th. What is she? Or
Aquarius.
February. My fault. That was
February.
CJ. What? She's February 12th.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
She's
So
Aquarius.
okay.
I'm on this shit a little bit. I know a little
Yeah,
bit.
she's an air sign. She's probably very
Another water
intelligent.
sign.
Probably
She is, dude.
No air sign.
She
Air
does.
sign, sorry.
How
Sorry.
does you said Aquarius?
Yeah.
It's sad because everybody thinks
Aqua.
Aquarius is a water sign, but it is an air sign. It's the water
Man,
bearer.
All the ones I've found besides Taurus
H2O.
sound so nice.
H2O.
Oxygen.
water.
Mhm.
That's fucked up, dude. All the ones I've found besides, or all the ones you guys have said besides Taurus sound so nice, and then Taurus is over here like,
No, who? I don't
You're
even
the
know.
Like,
bull.
fuck motherfuckers.
Yes, you are the bull of the zodiac. And it's not like that either.
that
You
could
are
explain
very
it
loyal.
though.
You're very
Well, no,
happy.
like, dude, I'm being very serious
You
because
were
like
telling
that's
a weird-
everything. Like when all this shit happened, I didn't have a single thing to do all this audio shit, and I built that. Got the stuff that we could do to do it. I didn't know a single. I ain't picked up a fucking laptop in my life. I just moved back from Montana. Like I didn't even know what
Is
the
it
hell
like
it
out
meant.
there?
Dude, I didn't know. Well, I ain't even being. So I didn't even know what the fuck it meant when it was talking about DAWs and download. But I figured it. I sat there day in and day out till I figured it all out.
Yes.
And then we had a great. That would still be a podcast room. We stopped doing it with Peculiar Parks, but then we had to. I got my cultivation, like before I was telling you before the podcast. I got my cultivation license and stuff now. So
nice.
That's
so
that's like we wanted to. I wanted to start that instead of. So we, like I said, well, I mean, this ain't bad though. We can do the podcast like this, and then I can grow in there. So, but no, he's definitely right. I definitely fell off, and I say it to him. I don't even know what none of this shit means at all. Period. I've never looked into until 2 weeks ago. I've never looked up anything like this before in my life.
Yeah.
But I was saying to him the whole time, like, my energy's off. I don't know, man. Like, let's wait to do it. Like, let's go. I kept pushing shit off. Like, I still, like, I don't technically know what the fuck it was, but that's exactly what I did. And I knew that my energy was off. I just don't know nothing to fuck about. I could just tell in my body.
Yeah.
And that's why it's weird that he says it like that. Because
we're very, very powerful beings. We know, like, when we have weird, bad feelings about things.
No, it gets to. He thinks it's funny, but it gets to the point where he'll say it to me like, "Say you write your part, you write your part, you write your part," and then eventually, and that's why it's weird that you guys said this to me about Taurus, because eventually I'll be like, "God fucking dick, motherfucker, shit, dude." And then I'll just write my fucking part. Like, I'll sit there and then that's how it happens every time. Like, that's how it happened with that room. That's how everything that I've ever built or done on my own, honestly, I hate to say it, has came out of like, spite's definitely not the word, but I just don't know a lower form to word for stubbornness. I guess would be a low. Everything that I've done is stubbornness, passion, like,
because it was like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm never mean about it.
We're not gonna stop doing what we're doing. We're not gonna stop creating our shit because you want to be a dick type shit. That's I mean,
no, that's what. Yeah,
that's exactly what it was.
No, that's exactly. Yeah, no, like, it's literally it. Yeah, that's exactly like. And I never really get angry about it. It's just like, and that's what I was saying about the dreams earlier. Like, I feel like me myself is always just like calm, unless something's wrong with my dog.
It fell out because it became just me and him. And then so when you come from Peculiar Parks, where there was the chemistry of him and Brett, then Mark. I know I'm getting there.
My fault, man.
The chemistry between him and Brett, from being friends from when they were young, you know what I mean, to where it was Marcus who was doing our audio shit. He was like jumping in and doing the conspiracy stuff when he wanted to, and did that, yada yada. And then it was me doing the research and just trying to keep people on track and this and that. And then, like I said, it just all, when it becomes me and him, you got a lot more dynamic of who's going to say what, how long can we go? Not the fact that people's voice, whatever. There's just that dynamic's not there. And he got messages about, oh, well, what happened to this person? What happened to that person?
I feel like it's been better, though.
So it's came to that level. But now, like he was just saying before we started this podcast, we broke the Peculiar Parks record now. So now Skidoo Lounge is the one that's beating that bitch up.
Oh, nice.
So, you know what I'm saying? So this one's going to be a huge episode, too.
Yeah.
And the whole thing that I'm getting to him is he got stopped on we're getting these views from here, and we're getting these listens from, Ecuador and Pador or whatever, and we're getting these impressions and this and that, but we're not getting this and that. But the dynamic that we were able to harness was the Discord shit. And I've brought that, like, my very first episode of Skidoo Lounge was with the lieutenant colonel in the Canadian military. I would have never got that interview had we not played the same video game.
That's awesome.
And so
I watched I listened to that podcast.
So the Discord, I'm talking, I've got 200 something people that have episodes planned out to do, as they come. The French Foreign Legion guy, the independent political party member in Vermont. These are all
it's gonna get so big.
These are all guys that I play one video game with.
That is awesome. And that's so crazy about how that connection happens.
Dude, we have gas station attendants to political fucking seat holders.
Like, again, that's not a mistake.
No, and it's not.
It's not a coincidence.
So if you listen to the first,
if you
listen to the first episode, when it all first, Discord, I got into the Discord group in 2022, right?
I did listen, yeah.
So I brought this up originally. Me and Matt had just started Crimson Trident. We were just starting to break loose, trying to get this. He thought networking his way was going to work. I wanted to network a different way. And that goes with our personalities. He's an Aries. He's outgoing, this and that. Oh, yeah. I'm a Scorpio. I'm more introvert, but I can be, I did my own thing. Yeah. So I was creating all these things. Yeah, 100%. And so this is where it's funny, because his way was supposed to lead us to certain avenues that never came to fruit. my avenues have created legitimate friendships from all across the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I haven't really got to talk to him much about since all this, because I don't know if it's whatever, but I'm not going to get into that. The point of this whole story is, I brought this to the group. I was like, hey man, because I had been doing Discord shirts for the different squads and guys, like they wanted their names on t-shirts as like jerseys, etc., etc. So I was doing these different shirts for guys and doing this and doing that.
Oh,
and
so good.
Yeah. And this cat, so the leader of the group, Damos, who was my first episode interviewee, he comes back from his deployment in the Canadian military, and he's like, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I don't think this is a good idea. And I was like, I've been doing this, I've been helping, doing this shit for guys for the last few months. What the fuck? Like, why can't we just use my group? Whatever. And he didn't want to do it. So I left the group, and I was like, fuck y'all. Like, we're supposed to be self-promoting, being brotherhood, this and that. Yes. Y'all fuck that shit. Literally, like 4 months goes by, and I kept the contact with a few guys like Kaze, Luke, and a couple other dudes, and I ended up coming back, and so I stayed in for a few months. It's the mid 23 year, and I bring it back up to the guys, and Damos is my biggest supporter at this time. He's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, like we should definitely have a networking this and that, and we should do that. And I'm like, fucking finally, bro. And it wasn't about self-promoting myself or the business. It was about promoting like the relationships that have grown inside the Discord group. Like, if you think 20 years ago, people were like, fucking nerd, like you're playing games, like you're spending all day inside, you fucking nerd.
No.
Now, dude,
honestly, that was our generation growing up. Like, we didn't have nothing else to do.
And now I'm tapped into Asia, I'm tapped into Russia, I'm literally tapped into every country down there, even in certain places.
Yeah, you've met these people for a reason. There's no other way to say it. Like anybody that you have a connection to the point of you feel like you know them, even though they're not around you. Yeah, there's a reason you met them.
That's literally, that's why I just said when I almost interrupted you, but caught myself a couple seconds ago. And just to clarify too, because if everybody hasn't caught on yet, literally these two made a joke when they walked in about me not believing in this shit. So I just want to clarify to everybody, because like if people, some motherfuckers don't think that it's just three of us here that's always done. You know what I mean? Like, so it's shit that y'all saying's blowing my mind. No, that's what, and shit that y'all saying's really blowing my mind, because I started, and not even to sound like that, but like I started the Albo audio shit in Montana, literally recording in a cold ass garage,
the podcast,
recording the shit by myself and just listening to it by myself. I got out here, started hanging out with this motherfucker at Walmart and talking to my buddy Marcus, and he was like, dude, people will listen. Like, we got people, I got the Discord, I got this, yada yada yada. You just got to do it. So
everybody
it took me like a fucking year.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And it took me like a year of listening to him say that shit, and then finally I got shit together, started doing it, and then and that's what he was like, and he was like, I mean, I could do whatever, I'm busy, whatever, let's do whatever. And then by episode 4, I was like, dude, I don't even care if I got to pick you up, come out of my way, like I want you in on it, like come the fuck on. So. And then now it's gotten to the point where the Discord, shit like that, and it's crazy to me, to add on to what he just said, the craziest part is to me is each person, whether it's 1 or 2 people or 100 or 150 people, each person that comes on the podcast adds 5, 10, 15, 20 more people that are going to start listening to that podcast because their friend was on it.
That's what I told her. You're the biggest part about some of this growth. You're breaking it in a whole new niche.
Entirely.
So because
entirely.
I admin the Hermetic Disciple, and they're such a great group, and they all do like astrology readings. Like, I'm on a men team, and there's like 5 of us, and we all just talk about this stuff all the time. I run a page, a page on Facebook where you connect with other people, like a page and stuff. Yeah, it's called Hermetic Disciple. It dives into Hermeticism, and basically we're just here to help teach things.
So if somebody wanted to find you on there, how would they? So you gotta spell that Facebook for me. I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's just on Facebook. It's called Hermetic Disciple. It's a Facebook page.
Okay.
HERMETIC DECIPLE.
See?
I'm gonna go back. That's how I'm being funny. I ain't being funny. That's how I'm gonna go back to it and find it. Cause I'm
I
definitely.
could probably share it. I probably followed her. I'm close to it at least. I feel like I've liked some shit on it.
I'll just send you an invite.
I just figured out a week ago how to turn on people's notifications too.
And that's just like getting back into like just old knowledge. Like again, I'm really into history, and I know that you're really interested in history too, and it's all there in the history. Like all of this information that we've been given, it's all there. You just have to look for
Find it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I say that all the time. I literally say that to him all the time.
Occultism, it's just called secrets. That's what it means.
But it can be evil though. Like you can have those fucking douchebags that are in power right now that are doing like the sacrifices to Baal.
The ones that know how to use it to that point are there. It is real. It's all about, again, attention.
And that's why they kill.
You can use other people's power, like energy.
The biggest goosebumps, the biggest goosebumps I got through this whole thing.
We have these holidays and these points where, like, everybody's a certain part of energy. They take it.
That's crazy.
They use our harness.
That's crazy. Everybody celebrating at the same time. That's crazy to think about. That's crazy to think about. I was about to say the part that's blown my mind the most, and I said it to you. I tapped you when she was saying it because I was starting to get fucking goosebumps. Because since I was 10, I say it to you all the time. I think I'm weird because half the shit motherfuckers ask me. Well, no, Dad, half the shit motherfuckers ask me, and half the knowledge and shit I know. I couldn't tell you one single motherfucking bit where I've got it from. And anytime I say that to somebody, they're like, "Yeah, you're higher than a motherfucker."
So you are clairsentient. You are.
Perfect.
You definitely are. If you go through life and you just know things, like again, like you were saying that you were in school and you just knew the OGTs and didn't study at all, like stuff like that, like exactly. You just
even
things, and then
maintenance,
again, it's neurodivergency. It's like They don't want people like us to succeed.
Dude, this motherfuckers watch me mess with random electricals that normal motherfucker shouldn't even touch.
Bro, he can do shit. Like I said,
and I'm being dead ass serious. When I take it apart, then I look at it and I can format how it's supposed to be done, and that's when I do. Like I don't know it. It just happens.
At the same time, hold up.
And then I learn, then I know. But
at the same time, I told him the other day about bringing that shit to the home, like to the people that need it. Remember we were talking before the episode?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get me killed?
I'm not bringing it up. I'm just saying it.
No, I don't care if we say it. We can bring it up as much as we want. When we physically do it and start marketing it, that's when I'm dead.
Market it, bro. We're gonna give it out.
I figured that out. I know. I ain't even doing it.
But
have you seen these guys that have made
you got the best security in the world. You got the best security in the world.
We're talking about that.
No, you're good. No, dude, it's all right. I haven't.
But I brought this up to him the other day. Within 20 minutes, he had a drawing, material in his mind, price tag on what we needed to build.
Dude, I'm telling you,
ready to do it.
100%, without a doubt. If it was here, I can build it. There's
and the whole bringing up the whole we're gonna die thing is because ever since then, obviously our Facebooks and stuff have been giving us ads to bronze coils and shit.
I mean, it only makes
copper coils and whatnot. Adds to certain things.
If everybody else can do it,
those Oregon copper things, like copper.
Talking about Tesla coils.
Yeah, with being vague. If everybody else, and by everybody else I mean large companies and government entities. If everybody else can do it, why the fuck can't I? And that's what started the original train thought of it. I mean, I'm just being serious. Like, I'm not gonna make the shit and
do make people go away from.
No, that's what. Like, I'm not gonna make the shit and make it like some shit that's going around worldwide. To be 100% honest with you, if I make this shit and it ends up going 100% through, I'm finna moving to somewhere that the average motherfucker will never see me again.
Yes.
Like I'm moving to the
drone you from space. Like
that's what Keaton's on hire for. Walking around the perimeter with whatever firearm of his choice.
What were you gonna say?
You can't get away.
You can't though.
First off,
we are in an enclosed
But here's my thing: there's nothing
Like a
against
snow globe.
there's nothing against the rules of building communion. You can start communion wise. Okay.
What do you mean by communion? Like a
like
little
a fucking-
community? Like
yeah,
okay, all right.
Like
I'm
nudist,
dumb,
but
man.
not
Sorry.
nudist. You know what I'm saying? Like put your fucking clothes on.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Like a commune.
Yeah, like a group of people together.
Yeah.
Everybody
tribe.
works for each
a
other.
group of like-minded people that are all working together
Now-
to serve one purpose.
Now,
prefer
you
the
could
word
buy multiple
tribe,
plots
but-
of land and have communities of these things, correct?
Of course.
Now listen to this. Now here, this is my long-term community outreach program that I've always wanted to get into. Once I get enough money, obviously, I'm never gonna have this much
They
money.
allow cults.
All right, but my thing is, I want to build land, dude, as much land as I can buy, type shit, and start building these communities with like homeless veterans, fucking
Yes.
these people.
Again, want to help people. That's a
Have
sole
people like
purpose.
you
We
come
wanna
in
help
that
people.
want to live out there. Have people like who can like heal these people to where they're not wanting to just take everything and run or destroy everyone or kill everyone or whatever it may be.
That's what I was saying. I want to have a facility. That is my dream.
Yeah,
I
dude.
wanna have a
Well, my thing with a
human
facility is like motherfucker be institutionalized.
Yeah,
let them live
yeah.
outside, but however you want to do it.
I
Much
mean,
love.
it's gonna be like that. It's not gonna. That's just the technical name. I don't. It's gonna be very open.
My whenever I can build a house, I want to do the old Greek style, where it's a building around a square and then inside's the garden with everything, bro.
Yes.
That's gonna be.
That's what I said. I said like Dr. Savvy style. Like they have big springs and stuff.
Yeah, bro. All that shit in my crib, man. Like I don't.
Healing springs and stuff.
So when you think about holistic healing,
Mm-hmm.
Reiki healing, and all these other things,
Oh, yeah.
when you real quick, when you turn into frequencies and stuff like that, have you ever heard the theory or the whatever it may be that Jimi Hendrix and Bob Marley and these cats that died, from circumstances,
Yes.
were turning their music to different frequencies, like 432 or something like that, and that's why they were killed because they weren't doing it at the.
Yeah, there's a standardized frequency at one. I can't remember the year. I would have to look it up. But there's a frequency that became standardized where you have to have your music at that standard frequency, or they won't allow you to play it
On the radio and
they'll
shit?
take you away. Yep.
Now that shit is that is even crazy.
And that again is for control. We're just being controlled. That's unfortunately.
I just looked it up, and maybe
What did you look up?
maybe I'm bigger than maybe I could do more than what I thought because I looked it up and it said the average house will use probably about 1,000 to 5,000 watts. I already said it. 1,000 to 5,000 watts of electricity a day. So creating a very small one of what we was talking about would be able to do 2 or 3 right off the bat.
That's what I'm saying. So you take these two like
And I'm talking like one the size of your calf leg, like
Right.
from here down.
Right. It's doable.
It's done.
But it's what I'm
It's doneable.
The problem is when you get to these places that I don't even know how to explain it, but people don't have, they're either coated down with pills, drugs, all these other things. I'm sure people there have the ingenuity to do it, but they don't have the proper conscience.
See, that's one thing that I actually
Right,
until
right.
just now,
They put that stuff out on purpose. Like there's so many like the war on drugs. Be for real.
I was just about to say until a little bit
When
ago.
you're distributing the drugs, you can't have a war against the drugs.
100%.
that you're distributing.
100%. That's why, dude. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Like the American dream is to get the fuck out of here.
I just want to live in the country.
Like,
I want to be
trying to
able
be
to
here.
live by myself. That's it. If I could cut off all, which I've
I
taught
would love
myself.
to go to Canada. At least,
Canada?
Yeah, at least they're neutral.
Got contacts
I
up there
could-
now.
I do. I actually have a really good friend too.
Bam.
Well, that's what, man.
It's cold up there though. I don't know about
It
that.
is so.
I don't know about that.
It's
She lives right by the ocean. She's in Nova Scotia.
Left? Oh no, bro. What's her name?
when you're poor, it's
What's her name?
sustainability or die.
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Okay, I don't know. But it's weird that because I know a chick named Zara Morgan who also lives in Nova Scotia, and we are also friends. She's a horse trainer.
Did she go to Goshen? I know a girl named Zara that went to Goshen.
She might have. I don't know. I didn't meet her till after she,
Fair
like
enough.
a year or two ago.
Fair enough. Giving other people.
That is weird. I had never even heard of Nova Scotia until
I even give random people publicity
so
on here.
I do even give random people
because
publicity.
also on the map I should be living, and can't. That's why I chose Canada too, because on that AstroCard card.
Wait, it even tells you that?
Yeah, she said that's what she said that like an hour and a half ago. Was her thing was on Blanchester where she lives at now. That's where her healing purpose.
Yeah, you did say that.
My
My bad.
line is on
So
Blanchester.
there's
If mine's on Montana, I'm gonna be pissed.
another friend of mine, Alexa. She does this like astronomical cartography, whatever. Sorry, and some of her like life experiences are supposed to happen like in the middle of the ocean. Like, do you think that's from like a past life of?
Crazy.
Do you think that's like a past life of like when Pangea was around?
Yeah, honestly.
My bad.
Honestly, and like,
Tried to be nice and I fucked up.
That's for the homies.
How many islands and stuff there are out in there?
Did you know there was more than Pangea?
Yeah.
There was 4 supercontinents at one point. If you believe in the whole, Antarctica's a certain,
and that's
not the flat Earth. I'm just saying.
That's where a lot of the
things.
shit that my family believes in comes different. Is my family believes that.
Why are we not allowed there?
Yeah.
Like the Vatican. Why can't we go in your library, bitch? You're allowed an hour. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I
would love to go.
What the
That would be
hell?
cool shit.
I was gonna say that earlier, but I was trying to keep it clean for the.
We're on podcast.
I was about to say we could keep it clean if you want, but I put a disclaimer
as long as
because
you don't use
Spotify's already
derogatory
tried
language,
that shit.
Yeah,
which
but
is very
talking
hard to
about
do.
Conspiracy theories can get you.
Nope.
I'm not Alex Jones.
No, I was about to say
Exactly.
really on really, and maybe this will help people that are trying to do their own podcast because I actually have people that do.
I'll put that shit on Twitter.
These things are connected. Like if you believe a certain thing, you're gonna believe other certain things, and it's really all connected. Honestly.
It really is. Yeah.
That's what with other people. I've already went through the getting put down and stuff. And if you put your disclaimers and stuff at the beginning of it, and you let people know, there ain't nothing. That's why we'll edit back at the beginning of this and put it in. Some
I
of
done
them.
that at the beginning, but I was so ready.
The only reason I didn't put it up is because some will do, some we do, some we don't. Some of them have been the past 2 of them. Yeah, I was about to say the past 2 or 3 of them. Maybe we should have put one on my Skidoo or mine, but I don't know. Whatever. That's for a whole nother story. But like I said, long story short, by the time they're hearing this, there'll be one on there. So we can say whatever. We can say whatever as long as we're not derogatory.
Tucker Carlson is on the side of freedom, baby. But we're good.
No, I'm about to tell you the email they sent me.
Release that dog.
I'm about to tell you the email they sent me. The only thing we can't do is be derogatory towards races.
Yeah.
So like I can say that's what
like
I can personally say something derogatory towards a person or an event or something like that with a disclaimer, but I can't towards it, which I don't know anybody that fucking would, maybe, but like, and that's why like Alex Jones got in trouble with that shit.
I'm about to light it up. So do you think that the new war in Israel with the whole Palestine-Israel thing is the next holy war?
Dude, you got me fucked up on that. No, not you. I ain't saying no. I'm not saying like that. That was I said that weird. I said that weird.
I think it is planned for a purpose.
Which purpose?
Have you seen what the other ones are? The other countries are doing?
Which ones? I've seen a lot of countries doing a lot of.
I was just about to say that. Not even being funny. Dude, I'm being very serious. Say whatever. Like this is
your thoughts. We get into this.
I put this on here. I answer all emails. Say whatever the fuck. Nobody. Yeah. No. I'm telling you.
She's like, I'm not trying to be killed.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. No, I was literally about to say protect your own shit and your confidence.
It's not that big. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rub the sunflower. Let's go.
It might blow up. Anyway, no, I'm just joking. So
take
like
that away from
the Russia, the Korea, all that stuff going on with all those powers together right now, and then not to mention Iran just decided that they're going to start up their nuclear.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of stuff going on that's up in the air, and there's a lot of speculation that
like
this
a world
year is
war.
going to be a crazy year.
Yeah, I think like
a things.
I heard it was the dragon year, right? Year of the dragon.
What the fuck does that mean? Y'all got me nervous, man.
Pluto is moving into Aquarius.
You know what else is weird? So you guys tell me what's weird about your beliefs, and I'll tell you what's weird about my beliefs for this year.
Hades is the god of war,
yeah. Tell me what's about your beliefs this year, and I'll tell you what's weird about my beliefs this year, because this is super weird that you're bringing something up.
Well, the guy that I'm talking about,
yeah,
was just being a douche. I feel like he was like, if you were born in '94, this is a terrible year for you. But I refuse to believe that.
Oh, so I'm talking about.
See, fuck that dude.
No, because you have plants and seeds. Because he's talking about Saturn.
I'm talking about universe as a whole, not just you.
She's talking about the dude I was talking about on video.
You're talking about Saturn. That's it. That's the reason they're bringing it up, is because Saturn, and again, our Saturn returns are going to be.
But 5, we're at 5.
It is. It's like, if you've done the work and you've planted the seeds, it's time.
It's gonna prosper.
Exactly. If you've not done the work, I feel sorry for you.
It's gonna be a bitch ass year, bro.
Yeah. So, and again, it's all about your perspective. I feel like you're to the point where you take it as a lesson. If it's a lesson you need to be learned, you take it, and you take it standing, probably like a man, I'm sure. And
can't run. Where's it gonna,
And yeah, so like, you have to. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn the lessons.
But that's where the whole acceptance thing comes from. I feel like, because once you accept, you're like, yeah, I've done this, I did that, and I fucked up here, I fucked up there, whatever.
That's
but like that shift I was telling you about, dude, it's like you start like you don't even white lie anymore, dude. It's like, I won't be there in 30 minutes. I'll be there in an hour 20. You know what I'm saying? Like. The honesty that you have is just so much more pure and genuine. You don't look. I don't. It's so weird, bro. Because I may have. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be whatever. But I've probably missed out on chances of fucking fornicating and sometimes because I don't take it that far. I'm not there for that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just there to just experience the moment. And it's just like that. I feel like when you get to that point of you're not here for the physical or the here, like not the here and now, because you should always live in the moment.
I see, and I don't believe
that. You shouldn't live off the physical attractions or the physical whatever that draws you to this world. Yeah, the ego. Once you kill your ego, bro, it's a whole nother level.
It really is.
See, what I truly believe.
Once you don't care about what the societal standards tell you that you should care about. Fuck them.
See, I truly believe what goes back to the Matrix. That's it. That's a good word.
Again, in your face, they've shown us everything.
Yeah, see, a lot of my family believes, and what I don't want to say completely raised on, because like I said, by the time it hit me, it was literally half and half. My mom was from a very Christian family. My dad was from a very Native American family that it's either like not even. My dad used to literally say this shit to me all the time, like sustainability or die. Like that's literally what like you're gonna learn how to do it or nobody's gonna do it for you.
Exactly, that's good.
Period. And he was not. Yeah.
What do they say?
But we was raised on real quick. We was done. What I fully believe it is what we call the 7th generation, and that's a very Native American way of thinking. But what the 7th generation is. Well, there's 2. That's what I was about to say. There's 2 concepts, and it would take me an hour to get into where they come from, and that. But so a quick version is 1 is 7 generations from when the Native Americans had gotten the land taken from them, this and that. So what they consider a generation is what most people do is a generation life. So what we average, I think right now in America, we average like 73, 74 years old or something like that. So it is. So if you believe this concept, you believe that in the 7th generation from the attack on Native Americans, the 7th generation, the world will have fallen apart completely by then, and the Native Americans are to keep themselves calm, and they are here to help build the world back up during the 7th generation.
There will be, 13 years of peace?
Yep. 2021 to 2027.
Only the natives have that. What about all the other healers?
No, that goes way back. But that's just the culture and the beliefs that Native American. That's what I always tell you too. Like we didn't come up with our own beliefs. No. We got them shit from the tribes that. Like the Crow Reservation wasn't always called the Crow. The Blackfoot wasn't always called the Blackfoot Reservation. Like the
knowledge that you receive, your clairsentience, your knowledge that you receive is in your DNA.
So
it's in your DNA, dude. Ain't you ever watched Zootopia, man? Come on.
Is there a difference between your DNA and your past lives? Like, so how does?
I don't believe so personally.
But how does your past lives coordinate? How does your past lives coordinate with your consistent? Sorry, how does your past lives coordinate with your present family tree? So, like, if you were in a past life and you weren't a part of that family tree, how does this life coordinate with that family tree? Like, did you choose to be a part of that family tree to further your knowledge, or did you just suck into this family tree and now you're supposed to do these little fucking things to create that knowledge?
That like the witchy side of everybody talks about, and it's called generational curses.
Fuck.
Dude, I'm about to ask you something real quick.
And a lot of us are here to, break those generational curses.
Dude,
now what's your question?
Dude, I'm about to ask you something real quick. I just thought of it right now, but it blew my mind. So I've been talking about, it's been at least like 7-8 years that like dreams weird. Like, I think my physical day to day is good. Like, I'm happy. I'm hell. Like, it's not even nothing weird like that. But like subconscious shit, as I guess you guys, I'm being funny, but like you guys are called subconscious. Is that what it is? Like, so it's the soul, subconscious. Okay, yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure I was saying it right. Yeah, like yeah. Okay, so say if like my subconscious knows, dude. So what if like, so say like just something as simple as like a lot of my family, like I said, back in generations was Native American, and we eventually started pulling away from that. I got so far away from it. Would I have a bad aura day to day till I got back to it, or is that something that's kind of out there and unbelievable? Because I'm being serious. The reason I thought about it, didn't like, I've thought about that multiple times, and as I get closer back in touch,
tell yourself
if you're thinking about this, you tell yourself this. You need to
that's
trust
weird.
yourself.
Trust yourself.
That's weird.
You need to. You're telling yourself.
Y'all,
if you say that this has come up in your
inner thoughts
multiple times, you're telling yourself this is what you need to do.
Could be the Southern comfort. I don't know.
You need to let her do her thing.
I'm being no. I said. I mean, obviously, I said it like joking and laughing and shit earlier, but I know I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah,
like when this is over, you let me know when, because I'm beyond curious. I've said it before. I literally swear on everything. I've never researched anything further than reincarnation until 2 weeks ago when he told you he was going to be on here. But I've always, I shit you not, since Walmart, since you remember me, have I always said shit about, I literally have made jokes since I was fucking 14 years old. Like, I got a feeling, call it bad, call it whatever, but I got a feeling that some fucked up shit. And like I just say fucked up because fucked up can mean 10 different things. But like, some bad energy shit has happened in my past lives. Well, no, that's literally what I'm interested in. What if you were one of the? What if I was in one? What if I was in one of the tribe? What if you General Custard?
No, not Custard. What if you were the dude
I was gonna say I'll take him down.
Hang on, wait, stop. So he was actually a Yellowstone Park Ranger, right? And so he went there in Montana to do that stuff, right? Where was what's his name shot and killed at?
Who?
The dude that killed Custard.
Sitting Bull. Oh, shit.
What if you were the dude that killed Sitting Bull, bro?
No, that's by Glacier, dude, because he had went up to Blackfoot Reservation.
Bro, I'm just saying.
I would never kill one of my own.
Listen.
I'm just
fucked. But what if that's why you're so fucked up? Is because you were the one that like had a hand in like selling the land.
No, dude, that's what. No, like this shit. Because like, no, I've said it to you 100 times, and I'm not, dude. Dead ass. No, dude, I'm being dead ass. Like, I'm a firm believer. Call it dark, call it whatever you want. You literally, you could say like whatever the fuck you want about it, but like I am a firm. I get in the feeling that I don't even know where the fuck it comes from. It just comes into my head. Like, I think that. If reincarnation's real, souls twisting, all that shit is real, that's what I'm saying it with a bit opinion. Right. If that shit is real, I'm on. I'm about 3/4 more away on the fucking verge than I was before this podcast started. I'm being dead ass serious. But so like, if that shit is real, is what I'll say, just to fucking keep it modern right there. Your demons. That would make sense to a lot of shit because, like, I'm not even being funny. Like, I was not the best person in high school. Like, I don't think anybody was type shit. Like, everybody had their attitudes, everybody had their fights, whatever. But since I've had my own, well, no, what I'm getting at is like since school. Well, no, that's what like since school. That's what I'm about to say. Right after school, my dad got sick with cancer, and then my dad ended up passing away. I got angry at the world. And that's what when I went to Montana myself, I felt, if I actually say the story, it's on my first Peculiar Parks. I vividly remember, like, I sat up on a man. That's when I remember the moment that I let, like, all that shit go. Like, smoking a blunt on top of a mountain above Fairy Lake. Couldn't see nothing but crystal clear ass water, fucking 5 to 1,000 feet down.
You gotta go.
And, dude, I'm being dead ass. Like, that shit, bam, just like that. And so that's when, like, I for real let shit go. But, like, since that, like, and when like I said, nobody was the best kid, but like when my dad got sick, I dropped everything. I had a full-time job. Shit was going good. Everything was going fine. I dropped everything, became a caregiver, got my license so he didn't have to come to his home because he needed 24-hour care. And on some dead-ass serious shit, since that day, I don't think I've ever, like, I've definitely done wrong. Everybody's bullshitted, a lie, whatever the fuck you call it. But, like, I've never done nothing seriously damaging since that moment in my life. But literally every fucking month, I'm not in this motherfucker right here will vouch for any of my friends listen to this podcast. Like, I have people tell me 4 days out of the fucking week, like, dude, I wouldn't even want to fucking put walking a mile in your shoes. I wouldn't even want to lace them on. Like, holy fucking shit. Are you like, and it's not, and I don't feel that way personally. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, like, other motherfuckers is going through worse. But after talking about all this shit in this, it makes me believe even more because I've always had a weird ass feeling that something in.
You missed an entire section.
I missed a lot of sections. Yeah.
His boy Dylan died
Dylan,
first.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dylan. That honestly, that started death cold. Like, not even being funny. That started death cold.
That's important to the fucking.
I'd like to see
that. See.
Because.
What do you mean chart?
Hang on. Keep going. On the next break, we'll get to all that. Yeah, 100%. We'll start with the tarot cards.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, not trying to sound dumb or nothing, but like, because I've heard us talk about many things, and I'm like completely new. So like, that's not those aren't chart. What? No. That's just to flat called tarot cards. Okay.
I don't think he knows when he was exactly born time wise.
That's okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
4. Oh, I don't know, like a dead exact time, but 4 to 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, so yeah, I want, not even being funny, I want to say, and everybody laughs when I tell them this, but I think it said like 4:21.
I was born
in the morning. Yeah, in the morning. So on April 29th is when I was born.
Yeah. So remember that, because we're gonna as soon as we take this next snippet, we're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna get ready for that.
Well, I'm interested in and like I know you said, like it won't show like exactly shit. Like, so how many? You said earlier too. How many times would you have to do? You said like a year. You could do it for like a year, if I'm right, and not get like a full description. Or is that what like it? I might misheard that, but like
the Celtic cross.
We could go forever.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, so like you can never get a full description, but you think so? Like, and again, I'm going back, and like I said, I'm really not skeptic no more. But like
clarification, but the cards can only tell you so much. There's only so many cards, and they can only tell you so many things.
How accurate do you think they are? And I know it's a wide variety, which, like I said, my mind, not even being funny, but like my mind's very open. So like in perception, those cards is very.
I was gonna say, I think it depends on.
Dude, Abby swears by it. Abby swears by it too. She's like, when I do myself, when I do Michael, she's like, dude, it's dead on. So like,
and she knows Michael.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Your intention into it, and you know what you're doing.
So what? Like when I'm not even trying to be weird or nothing, but like so when you put these out, what I'm gonna like close my eyes and like really think type shit for a couple minutes and charge. I just gotta touch them. Like what do you?
Just have to touch them.
Damn.
You just have to put your intention into them.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to close your.
Well, no, that's what. Like that's what. Yeah, no, like.
If you.
What do you do? Do you ever done them for yourself? I assume, yeah.
She said all the time she doesn't.
Yeah, of course I do.
You ever seen some fucked up shit made you scared?
Not completely. Again, they're
vague.
It's not as okay. So you can take it however.
But she can go in depth.
They have warned me about some energies for sure. I would say like there's been multiple times where there's been issues at my job and stuff, and they've said that there's going to be issues in your job. See? So at least I was prepared.
Mine's definitely going to say that.
I'm ready for these. I'm excited.
I think mine's going to be fucked up.
So we're about to start the tarot card reading, boys and girls. Hold on.
All right.
I know he's nervous. This is the best time.
I'm ready, but
this is the best time.
I'm nervous.
This is the tarot cards. Here, I'll switch
tells
spots.
me some evil shit.
Sorry, everybody. somebody. We got to switch spots real quick.
I hope I get the coins.
I
hope I get the coins in that 5,000.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was awesome.
Don't forget to finger fuck those cards, G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So I need you.
She's gonna cut the deck.
I need you to cut the. I need
You wanna hit this again?
Cut the deck.
Or do you got to be full in motion here?
No, it's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I it's 5 all the time.
I think this might be around doing this.
Mr. Brewer is currently shuffling the cards of the tarot deck, and Chell.
Yeah, whatever feels right to you.
I'm going to tell you the play-by-play. He is currently sweating. He's nervous. He leans back. The play-by-play.
I'm waiting for you to start rapping like palms are sweating.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Eminem. But he's currently trying to get real into it. He really doesn't believe this is gonna work, so he's gonna extra shuffle. I feel like an ESPN announcer. He gives a little shuffle to the deck. Oh yeah, get into it. Yeah, intentions.
Any questions that you need to ask?
Yeah, any questions you want to ask your peoples? Your native heritage or your future self?
I don't think so. Do I set them down?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
bam.
All right, here we go. He has set the deck down. It is
I'm
shuffled.
gonna do it myself too.
Oh, she's gonna shuffle it now.
Yeah,
He needs a cigarette. He grabs a cigarette.
I
He needs a lighter. Here's the bowl. He's got it all. Drops the cigarette because he's nervous. She's ready for the deal.
All right.
She knocks on it 3 times, 4 times, 3.
3 times. Yeah.
Cigarette lit. Here we go. Here's the flop.
I'm just
Here's the flop.
I don't think I've ever had a tarot reading just announced before.
Here we go. First time for
All right.
everything.
So
Shuffles it again.
these cards. We're going to
These are nice
answer
ones.
any questions.
These are not the hedgehog cute ones.
They're not the
These are the dick you down
This
ones.
is the
These
real
are
life.
these are the ones I use most.
First flop.
God damn, why's he got an X on the back? Do they all got one?
It's 10. The Roman numerals.
Of 10, yep.
Uh,
She flips the second card. What is it?
Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords. Translation.
That's 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords.
I'll wait till.
Yeah, wait till the end.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got
So-
the 3rd card.
So first flip is a nothing. Second flip is a real thing. Third flip is a nothing. Fourth flip is a real thing. Fifth flip, or how's that go?
What do you mean?
So are you gonna? How's the next?
I think she's a 3 card.
Yeah, continue. I'm sorry. I'm fucking your
When
shit
they
up.
come out?
Continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. Yeah, it's just three cards, and I wait for them to come out. I'm not
Ah,
I
you don't go
do-
per card.
No.
Okay, because you got to see the full thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have
Okay.
more.
Respect.
You have more.
You gonna hit that ball? What the fuck?
They come out. You
Yeah,
have
dude.
you have more of a chance
Of goodness.
to get more of an accurate reading. I feel like you have more of an accurate reading if you let the cards come out on their own.
Okay, so is that your 3 flop?
I got a
Yeah.
lot of
What is the
Roman
3 flop?
numerals.
What is the 3 flop?
So this is past, present, and future. This is the 10 of coins
10 of coins
or
for
10
the.
of pentacles.
Is that for the past?
From the past. So you've been pretty prosperous in your life. You can't say that you haven't.
Yeah, of course. I always say that I am. Yep.
Yeah.
I always, it could be worse.
You have come.
That's
you
my
have
favorite
come-
saying is it could be worse.
You have come from a place where you have prospered in the past, but there's been some things that have got you off of your path. Of that, there's been.
And that's what the sword is?
This is the Queen of Swords.
Also, there's multiple different swords.
So
Is that-
I'm gonna go ahead
Damn,
and
is
go
that the
out on a limb
biggest
here
sword?
and say that there's a lady that
Mm.
at some point has got you off of your path. That
Damn,
Yes.
That's fucked up. All right, continue.
and
Sorry.
and so this is your future. I'm just gonna leave it at that because it's again the Queen of Swords. It's female energy, and then Swords is also, the energy of just being led astray. You're getting a sword in your back, getting stabbed.
Damn.
Led astray.
Did you tell her about me before?
I
No!
don't know
Alright,
you.
okay.
I
Continue.
I introduced you guys as soon as you walked in the
I
door.
barely know your name, sir. and this is what, 5. Yeah, 5 of cups. So this is your future, and the cups are overflowing. So cups are a good thing. If you continue to work hard and just do what you're doing, eventually it's going to come to a head, and the tables always turn.
See?
And this definitely means that the things are going to turn for you, and you're going to start getting more cups.
Bam.
And the more cups that you have, the more cups that are.
Bam.
So the first one meant like prosperous.
You've prospered in your past.
I came from a very nice family. So my family. I mean, they're not even being funny, but until like when they was like 12 is when I was like 12 is when they split up.
Yeah,
till then it was very nice. Yeah, I came from a very nice family.
See?
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about that?
That's weird.
Isn't
That's
it?
how I feel about that. That's very weird. I mean, I guess like the future one, I can't relate to yet, but
that's because it's in the future, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. But like the other two, so let me tell you,
if you can get past this and you can let it go and you can forgive yourself for the things that this caused, whatever this may be in your life.
Yeah, we don't have to dive. We don't have to dive into it.
Too. Let me tell you some weird shit real quick. It'll only be about 3 or 4 minutes, if that. But so like my family before my mom and dad. And maybe like my grandma and them, they got a little bit better. But before that, no money really at all. Nothing. Like our family did not have much. My mom and dad ended up coming back here to Ohio. Both got good jobs. We was way better off than any generation previous in our family had been. And that wasn't even just for us neither. That was like my mom's brother.
Are you starting from the beginning?
Mom's other brother. Well, no, just like for that. That's like when I was younger. And then that's weird because when my dad got sick with glioblastoma, I told the girl that I was with for about 7 years to 8 years that my dad was sick, yada, 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 this and that. And she messaged me back and said that she had to focus on school. She had a lot of shit going on, and that was the last time that I ever spoke to her. Still to this day. So, and then the 5th card.
Beautiful, yeah. 5th card, 3rd card.
The 5 cups is what I meant to say.
We're not there yet. That's the podcast.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only one that I can't relate to because it's the future. But the other two is weirdly, I don't know, man.
You gotta get past.
I don't think you're past it. We gotta get the hypnosis shit, G. We gotta get past the hypnosis.
I am.
No, obviously not. Obviously not. It wouldn't have came up in your cards. It wouldn't have came up in your cards.
See, well, no, that's what I was about to ask. Like me,
is there any like underlying anything everywhere?
Dude, the only thing, like literally, the only thing that irritates me about the situation
that is conscious mind will tell us.
When my dad passed away.
That is conscious mind will tell us.
So it could be wrapped to my dad passing away too. Now that's interesting.
But there's subconscious shit that you're not touching into.
I just saw that click into your
Watch out.
head.
My turn.
That's interesting.
You have that trauma from that being at that time.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting because what I literally say to everybody, like even Jody, I even say this to Jody, is she's like, how do you feel about when you broke up with her and all that shit? And dude, I tell her the same thing every time. The shit with my dad happened so quick, like literally it's a day of. The day that we broke up out of an 8-9 year relationship is the day that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. She just told me that I might get more motherfucking cups. That's weird, bro.
This is the intention of the overall reading.
That's fucking weird.
Shit.
This
There's
is
more
7
to
of
it.
cups,
That's weird.
and 7 is lucky.
I just want 2 more cups.
I just want to let you know that you should probably play some kind of lottery or something like that. Like
Don't tell us, man. Now he be losing all the time on ladder. He's good on bets, though.
You know what's? I was just about to say. You know what's fucked up? It's just tonight. I wish she would have came earlier because about an hour before she came, I put like a 7-leg parlay together to win like $3,200. I missed one. I needed motherfucking Jokic get 7 rebounds. Some bitch got 8. Excuse my some bitch. I mean I need him to get 8. Some bitch got 7. And excuse my language. I just said it twice.
So hopefully mine don't go bad.
That's weird.
Now it's my turn, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get my tarot cards read.
I'm just clearing.
She's clearing the negative energy there.
Yeah, you better get that shit out of there. You better get that shit out of there. That's
shit. Let's see. So Timmy got good past, some shit to deal with in the present, good future with a solid intention card.
Yeah, for sure. He just has to, work past all.
I think he needs some hypnosis. Breathing.
So too.
Yeah.
I don't. Would I be fucked? Like I said this at the
around.
beginning. I don't know. I don't because I don't believe that. Because I say like I don't want to say I don't believe because I do. Like not even being funny. Like I do. But I just like when somebody sits there and said no, like it's like I believe it could be done. But when somebody says no, I'm being dead serious. I'm about to explain. Like when I'm sitting there and somebody's like, but put yourself in the hip. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? How the fuck am I gonna do that? No, that's what like I don't know how,
bro.
No, that's like when people are like, but do it. I'm like, how the fuck would you even do that? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, what?
Have you ever been driving down the road and
I don't know
you literally pass a car,
or
you pass a family, or you pass a truck, or you pass anything, and you literally like travel cars into their like you try to see their visual of it. Yes, you can see their car, bro. Dude, I swear to God, one of the biggest reasons why I don't like to drive is literally because when I'm not driving, I'm literally in every other single car we pass. Like whether it's a semi truck driver.
Dude, why is my shit always fucked up? When I drive, I feel like I see shadows. I feel like I see shit out of the corner of my eyes, which I looked up once.
You want to know this shit, but you
I looked it up
once,
and it said that
that's why it's all shadows.
It could mean that, like people say that shit like that could mean that you get in a car accident.
Let me see them bitches.
4 or 5 years later, I got in that badass car accident with Dylan and them.
See? Dude, I'm telling you, it's because you got some repressed shit. I've been telling you this for weeks.
Dude, no, like I looked that shit up when I was like 13.
This guy's got repressed.
You're oppressed or repressed.
I'm not
whatever
oppressed.
The fuck it is.
I'm comfortable with my shell.
Me too. I thought so. Fuck.
I ain't gotta do all that.
You guys are picking on me.
I'm not picking on you. I've known, dude. Like I could feel it when we met. Like again, dude. It was just like I knew. I could feel you.
I don't even know what that means.
Like it's weird because like it's not like an aurora thing, and it's not even like a vibe thing, dude. But it's just like you ever feel so on track, or just like so on point, or just so like everything could be going to shit. Literally, like things could be going totally wrong. But you're doing things, or you have a cycle, or not even a cycle, but you have a routine that not necessarily the Matrix style routine, but like a routine of like every day I wake up, dude. Literally, I throw. Oh shit!
Those times.
She fucking dropped a card twice. Ooh. What? But anyway. She dropped it twice, bro. That can't be good.
10 in the past, though.
But
10 in the past, though.
But
oh my God, my mind is blown right now, dude.
But
not the same, but 10.
When you think about all the things that are intertwined in life, bro, I'm so fucking lost right now. I don't even know what to say because you fucked me up.
Dude.
But we'll get to that point.
That one blew the first one of yours just blew my mind more than my entire one.
I see your lighter.
There's been a lot of
that's the past one, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of backstabbing.
10. Man, you always, man.
I thought I saw a card flip.
That's just, man.
All right, let's see the rest of them, damn it.
I thought I saw a card flip.
I don't know
what's going on.
I don't know if I can trust this reading. Damn, another one dropped, bro! Oh my God! Then she used them both. What the fuck?
He's got to move out, man.
My God! Both my cards have dropped so far, and she's used them both. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to use them. What do you mean?
Because they look like they're jumping. Oh my God!
Dude, that's a sign. They're throwing them out at you, dude. That's a sign.
It is.
Bro!
And we're going to use them.
Bro!
Why is your cup bigger than mine, man? Fuck.
Who gives a fuck? They flew from her hand. What the fuck is that shit?
The first one's weird.
They want to tell you.
Motherfucker, bro! This is your fault. I should have left it at you.
It's okay. They just have a lot.
Let's hear it. I'm here.
Okay. So this is the Ten of Swords. It's as you can see, the guy's laying here.
Fuck him.
He's laying there. Get
Fuck him.
all the swords.
Fuck him.
So this represents a lot of, backstabbing in the past. There's been a lot of people that
play in the field.
Yeah, there's been, but this
playing
is the
the
Page
infantry.
of Swords. So you're learning about that. So you see how he has the graduation cap and stuff. Like he's a scholar. He's a page.
But he's got the sword.
Yeah, he's got the sword.
He's learning about being an infantry man.
So you're learning
how to deal with it,
how to deal with it, and how to move past it, and how to move forward with it. That's learning how to get.
Yeah.
And once you do this, you're gonna find the lady that you're looking for.
Man, this is fucked up
this
shit.
This is the Queen of Cups, and Keith, you've been looking for love, sir.
No, I haven't really, because I've been focusing on my career.
You're trying
focusing
to
on my
knowledge.
career, yeah.
Yep, you're trying to learn this knowledge. So once you get to that point and you feel comfortable with that point, that's when this is going to come into your life.
So maybe I need you to help me with my dreams. Maybe that's that last fucking piece that I'm missing. That's why it's reconnect. What's the intention card?
No, so you got another card.
Oh my God, the other one that flipped out.
They
God.
Together, yeah.
Oh.
So this is the moon card, and this is the first one that's been the major arcana since we've done this. So like the major arcana is like the signifiers. They're like the fool, the devil, the death.
Yeah.
And they're the important ones. So there's 22 important cards.
Have you hit the ball? You want to hit the ball again?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
I gotta
sorry.
get this through.
I know you do, but I'm a little fucked up by right now. So like not fucked up on drugs, but fucked up by the card reading.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So they're major things. Like this is trying to tell you, and it's the moon, so it has to do with dreams. And I also believe that you need to definitely, like you were just saying. It was really funny that you started to say that about your dreams and stuff, and then we didn't even talk about the moon. So the moon like represents like your subconscious, your underlying, like what you need to know, underlying, and you. That's going to be a big part of you in your future, especially now that we've had this and that you've unlocked this knowledge within yourself, and you're not going to stop until you fully understand this knowledge.
Well, and that's why we reconnected, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good reason for that. Yeah.
You always say you feel bad about one.
And then
out of
the whole energy of it.
That literally blew my fucking mind, dude.
What is that?
The whole energy of the reading is the 10 of Cups. So this
motherfucker has more cups than me. Shit.
Yeah. This is the path of what all of your cups.
Bro, I was just doing that early.
Yes. So funny. But yeah, no, this is where they come to you. All of your cups, the 10 of them. Like solid number, solid foundation of all of your cups coming into fruition.
So there you have it.
Let me ask you. I guess it's kind of a deep question, but. What has been the biggest changing point of this shit happening for you? Obviously you ain't got to get too in detail if you can't. Is it like when one of your parents showed you, when you actually got one of like your first readings done?
Doors, dude. Doors.
Yeah,
Dolores.
Yeah. That like what would be like one of the big? Is that what you say is probably one of the biggest impacts on you? Or
Dolores was a very big impact on me. I read a lot of books in high school. In middle school and high school, I read a lot of books, so I got a lot of people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And honestly, I found this one really interesting book in Blanchester Library, and it was about past life regression and stuff. But it didn't talk about just past life regressions. It talked about how you can unlock things within yourself so that you can be more connected to the collective consciousness. That these abilities, again, they're not just unique to me.
Right, anybody can do them. They just have to unlock them.
You just have to open yourself.
It's like leveling up, dude.
Exactly, it really is.
About
and
a video
the more
game?
knowledge that you have, the more that you know, the more you can use it, and yeah.
Trying to get up to Donkey Kong's level?
No, but what
top level. Dude?
The thing is, though, and here's what. At what point do you think someone decides to go negative with it? Do you think it's like a jealousy thing, an envy thing?
Sadness, like in your heart, like again, those are all things like evil, jealousy, envy. People, if you're not happy about life, you create your own happiness,
right.
you know? And if you're not happy about life, you're going to do things that are negative because you're seeking out happiness. And there's certain things that you think are going to make you happy, and unfortunately it doesn't actually make you happy, and that's what turns evil people even more evil, is because it doesn't actually make them happy.
Damn.
Like more of a letdown type deal.
Exactly. It hurts them.
Hmm.
Like, you think you want all this wealth, you think you want fame and everything else. You think you want these things, but when you actually get them.
But my thing is, I don't care about being famous. I just want to be financially stable to live my life and learn.
And that's honestly what you need in this.
I want to own an entire island.
That's viable, dude. That's viable.
I'll talk about my trip with the Hall of Angels.
The Angels, yeah, and then we'll signal out.
I think, honestly, you guys talking about these things has
led to all of it.
An impact of it. So, around in 2021, I was doing like shrooms every weekend because my friend grows them, and we were doing it every single weekend. Of course, no children involved.
Right.
My kiddo was away, and we were doing it every weekend, and getting used to the fact, getting used to tripping and rolling and stuff.
Right.
Because it's really eye-opening. Like, if you've ever tripped on shrooms, Steve Jobs said everybody should trip on shrooms and acid and stuff. It just opens your mind. It opens you up. I feel like it really rewires your brain and allows you to be more open to a lot of things. It really does. And mushrooms have been a really big part of also my awakening as well. Like, I already was on the path of it, but when I decided to do mushrooms, it definitely stream shotted a lot of things in my face.
100%.
It really does.
It's just weird.
It's like you get on that level of, what's just right behind the curtain, right behind.
And everything's okay. And it's like that basking of love that you were talking about.
Yes.
It's like dude, I'm telling you, it's like.
Exactly. And it feels so nice. And that's what, like I said, nothing of it doesn't matter. So, like, when you're tripping like that, like, things just don't matter.
That's when I really realized everything was connected, dude. When I was tripping for the first time, I was like, holy.
We're all like mycelium. Everything's like mycelium, and mushrooms have more than one thing to teach you. Like, they have so
your angel trip. Oh, because I want to stay on track.
Okay. So, yes. Sorry, back to the.
No, you're good. I just don't. Fuck. I just don't want to keep you anymore.
We did it. 4 hours. Weekends and weekends in a row. And I decided one weekend that I'm going to go and meditate on my lonesome. And see, what comes. Because I was trying to raise my vibrations for a really long time, like higher.
And this was in 21.
Yeah, 2021.
So when was your kid born?
2018.
2018. No, I understand you said it wasn't your kid wasn't around. I understand, but I was just trying to see if there was like a, because like I know a lot of moms, especially if they're single moms, they have like that super bad postpartum where it's like, what the fuck, and this and that. You got.
I was literally about to just ask the same thing.
That really, because I actually did hypnotherapy on myself when I was pregnant with Atlas, so that it would be easy transition, easy thing. Like, I literally did remote healing on myself and prepared myself for it physically and soulfully.
Right. Now, without naming any names or anything, how did you take something so negative and turn it into a positive? And I'm not sorry. First off, I should say that your pregnancy wasn't a negative. Your kid's not a negative. You know exactly what I mean.
I know what you mean. Again, healing myself. Honestly, I still have contact with that person, and it's a really hard thing.
Does it make it better that he?
It does. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's a really hard thing for me to.
I apologize. I didn't mean. No. I was just curious because I was like, I mean, I would have never like. I mean, we grew up and shit like that, but it's like the person you are now is like the person who broke through a shell. Like, you were so timid back in the day, like so in a shell. So.
Oh yeah.
As ironic as shell. You know, like, my bad.
Literally, yeah, no, it's so funny when his nickname literally says it. Like, You're absolutely right. Like I never went out of my way for anything like this or whatever. But no, honestly, having a child got me to the point of, you know, I have to be able to talk to people. I have to be able to help people and do what my purpose is really. Like honestly, that's.
When did you start your Dolores readings and stuff? Was it around the same time your kid was born, or 2021?
It was way
before
then.
then.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was still in high school so. Of course, I just dabble. Like, you don't, when you're a little
That young
angsty kid, you don't believe in anything.
Fuck, we were all couch surfing still.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're just, like, not even into any of that. So, like, it pushed me to get into that kind of stuff. And then also, the things that I went through because of the people that I decided to be around and with or whatever. I really think, and Dolores talks about this, sometimes the worst people in your life are teaching you lessons because you have to learn them, because you have to
Agreed.
And sometimes those people in your soul family can be your very best friend, or like your twin soul and stuff that people talk about, like twin flames and stuff like that. I don't believe in that specifically. I believe that we're a soul family, and like we've had karma together before that we have to
You and B?
out. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like, oh yeah, there's too much that's been.
I love that though.
It's weird. It's weird
because really, if he wasn't in his place with his Gma and all the other shit that was going on in his life, he may have been a whole entirely different human being.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of trauma behind that too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, of course. No, I wasn't trying to. I was just saying, like that. To me, that was always the thing.
Person, and unfortunately, I was supposed to be that water sign that hailed him, and that was too much for me to heal. Truthfully, I did my best. I feel like
because you weren't just healing him; you were healing the cats that were also with him.
All of everything. Yep. It was a lot to keep up with.
Holy fuck!
I still feel bad about all of everything that happened at that time, and all of just the past things of. You
look at a lot of our past friends, dude. Like, I mean, you look at JS. He's up in AL, fucking doing his thing, and I'm proud of him. Yeah. You see AG.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
You see AG down south doing his thing, construction, and I'm proud of that cat. Yeah. But then you had JH who fucked up, and I can't believe that shit.
Damn.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm using initials because she'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, MA.
Yeah, exactly. You can really see how people just take reign and take hold of their lives, and have the people that sit and stagnate and still do the same things over and over again, and the people that grow and actually take the lessons as lessons.
Do you think that there was ever, so as you said, these people would go and take reins, do you think it had to happen separately? Like there was never at one point we were all so close, like you couldn't, fuck, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Now, but we were also always so toxic. Everyone was so toxic for each other due to the issues or whatever that may have happened. Do you think that there would have been or could have been some kind of not exactly key event or turning point or shift, but did it have to happen separately, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody has to do it on their own, really, honestly. Like,
because I don't think any groups have survived that I know of. I mean, maybe one or two of the group.
Yeah, a couple people.
Yeah, but a whole group of people have not. I don't think anybody has stayed tight since the early years.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it is sad, but like truthfully, a lot of people had to get away from a lot of people for.
Oh hell yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
A lot of us came.
I myself, with my whole situation and my son, I had to get away from all that to the point where my spirit guides and my angels and my people, my whatever, put them in a whole different state.
100%. And that's what I'm. Yeah,
you're getting away to the point that they're going this far away, at least 5 hours away.
And now, do you think that, like, I'm not, because I don't know, but do you feel that the name Atlas for your son came from the fact that you're still trying to find your place in the world?
Yeah, I think he is honestly like a guide for me. Honestly, like, it's crazy how much your kids show you and how much they teach you, and the lessons that come.
The lessons that come.
Yeah, the lessons that come with being a mom and having to deal with life in that way and get through of everything. Like it's just it comes for everybody. Everybody has all these lessons. You just really have to keep yourself grounded with it. You just have to keep learning with it and keep. You know who you are.
Right.
We all know who we are.
So deciding to live in the same place, going through all the shit that you've gone through, and maintaining that small town vibe. You still you still hang out with him and people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how does one? So like, I'm trying to figure out how to explain or how to ask this question. You see, I understand your astronomical sign tells you to be there and all this other stuff.
It's crazy.
And the more and more negativity that is being pushed away from you into far distances, whether it be a state or a country, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of mental willpower of like, you need to get the fuck away from me, so bye, and it happened?
Yeah.
And do you think furthermore that not only, because I mean obviously I'm a firm believer of mother and father should be, but if the father is who he is and he's not willing to grow, do you think that was a huge boost?
I wanted to, yeah.
Right, and I'm sure you do, knowing you, I'm sure.
Yeah, you knew me.
But
know how many chances I gave him more
before he had the kid.
Exactly, before we even had him. How many chances? Yeah.
So was it more of like a thank God, because now I don't have to, not in a negative way at all. We've talked about single mothers on here before, not on Skidoo, but Faded.
I love my son so much. I'm so lucky. I'm so happy that I do have him. And
you get to do your thing, like not have to worry about the.
Yeah. And he's made it that way himself. Like, he's had every opportunity to be in his life. You know me.
100%.
I'm not like. And he likes to paint that picture that I am, so it's so funny about that.
Well, now the world knows.
Yeah, the world knows, yeah, he definitely likes to paint the picture that I am, but again, he put himself 4 hours away.
Anybody who knows him knows that.
Exactly, and then it's so funny because I'm also learning the lessons of trying to co-parent with him too, and get to that point where. Unfortunately, I have to ask him to do things like that. I didn't really want to get to this side of my background, but
I apologize.
No, it's good.
But it is your episode, and we spent a whole lot of time on us. So I apologize.
Yeah, no.
Because I mean, the people that follow you on your admin page and shit, they may want to know more about you, as in who is Chell. You know what I mean? Like, who is this admin that runs this page?
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. No, and I just want to help heal others because I've been through it myself. That's what it gets down to.
And that's the principle of the story. Yeah. Strong woman created by strong crucibles of life, and that was where I was getting at. I wasn't trying to bring in your dirty laundry, but a lot of the times the dirty laundry shows you how strong you are and how how much you've grown. Well, I mean, it shows you how much you've grown. Because I mean, dude, you have no idea, dude. Like, dude, she was just yielded to this motherfucker for so long, and I don't give a shit. Like. My fucking podcast, I'll tell you how it was. Like, this motherfucker was bullshit.
She's like, I can't.
She's always been a good woman, and now she's even more positive and more yield. So it's like, producing that negativity in your life can't be healthy for nobody.
And what's worse about that too, and like I said, I don't even know nobody, so call it whatever the fuck you want. But I feel like there's always at least one, maybe even some people, 2 people like that comes up throughout their life.
But this is that one time you can generally say there's not 2 sides to the story.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
there's a legitimate side to the story, and then there's this fucking delusion.
Yeah, like everybody always
I mean, legitimately, like, I'm not even trying to be that guy. Like,
you can, and that's what the side, like, and then it's so funny, like, again, having to co-parent with him, I can't even talk about this stuff because he still tries to gaslight me, and
I'm sure he does,
and still tries to say that never happened.
But it's funny because now you're on that next level, and it's like, bitch,
yeah, exactly. I don't care. And it's so funny that that's what I told him. I was like, he thinks that I'm so naive and that I've always been naive and I've just been so caring about other people and caring about whatever.
There's a fine line between naive and.
I was like, I know, I'm not stupid. Like, I've known the whole time. Like, when things happen with you and other people, I've known. I literally called it half the time. I'm not stupid, and like I'm connected to this stuff, and I know who I am, and,
right.
And I know what kind of person I am, and I know again how far I've come and how hard I've had to work to get to where I've come, and I've made good for myself, and I've done it by myself. And that's the best part about it is like he can't say that he did that for me or anything like that. He can't say that he helped me at all.
And that's good to have that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did it by myself, and especially shit like this, because that's whole next level. I think a lot of that comes from...
Yeah, being a mom, working full-time, and then trying to understand this. Oh my goodness, so many hours have been put into this, and like that's why this has gone so long. It's so interesting.
It really is.
And I've put my life into this. I've gotten certifications for this stuff. I've gone to the point of surrounding myself with people who all believe in the same stuff like this. Because I'm not, again, I showed a meme the other day. So I'm not here to convince anybody. Like, the people that know. They know the troll. Yeah, the tribe. The people that know. And like how he was a little skeptical, but I think
this cat was like, I don't believe it. I can't wait till she comes in because I'm gonna hit her with this, and that, and bam, and this motherfucker is over here.
I was about to say too. Also, though, when you first said it, in my defense, which we clarified really quick right off the bat, I was like, man, I do not believe in no string dangling like that. And also too, I would say the reason I'm bringing it up is because I think that's what the average person probably thinks in when they think of hypnosis. Yeah, like that's so like I never really
I meant to bring that up way earlier, like the stigmas that come with that. Like how do you bash through those stigmas?
It's been hard to convince people sometimes because again, it's a 5-hour thing. It has been hard to convince people. Again, everybody has that preference.
Is it easy to convince me?
Not really. I had to get her on here.
Fair enough. I started listening.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've been telling this dude for a year now, like, yo, you need to get this checked out.
Yeah, he got these too.
Organs.
Yeah, they help me, he says. He says they help me, yeah.
That's the first thing I came
I believe him.
She noticed that instantly when she walked in. I just got to say.
That's the first thing when I came in, I was like, well, you have organ. You're already into this. Yeah, so, like,
chocolate bracelet, come on.
Mm-hmm. The copper helps to disperse the energy from the looks like moonstone and stuff in here, obsidian.
Yeah, I'm about to hang on. Watch out. Pardon me.
Yeah, the moonstone, quartz, obsidian.
You're gonna tell me.
Is there all different ones?
These are really good. Yeah, they're crystals. So like these things, they're just in there. Yeah. And this is like a device.
So each crystal have a different purpose type deal. Yeah,
and it sends its energy. The copper.
What's this one?
Copper is magic. Copper is very magical metals. There are very magical metals and alloys.
This is the one
so what is?
I like that. Oh yeah, same thing. So there's going to be quartz, and then obsidian in there, and it looks like aquamarine. Very pretty, and then the amethyst in the middle. I love that. That helps with dreams, actually. That'll help you have clear, again, lucid dreams. Yeah, amethyst really good. I brought you some.
Dude, what
does this one do? Like, what would this one? That's what I was asking. Like, so they all help with kind of something different? Or are they all like a general basis? Or like, how does that work? Is it
all the crystals do have different? A lot of them overlap, of course, but yeah, a lot of them have different properties and help heal different things. That's why, as you see in this one, they put different ones,
right, around the
corners and stuff.
And then there's also different metals at the bottom.
Yeah, there's different metals, and then also you have the zodiac in there, and it's all for Scorpio. That's actually really awesome. Your mom's really cool for this.
Hey, you heard a shout out to Angie.
Yes, she did it.
Yeah, my mom did that for me.
She got you a Scorpio one. It's actually really sick. I love it.
She also got me a rosebud stone, which is supposed to.
Yep.
Is that what she brought me?
Rose quartz.
Hey, she brought. Oh my god.
A big chunk of rose.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's this is citrine.
Dude. Citrine and what? You said there was something.
It's a citrine sphere. No, this.
The other one's got the. Okay, yeah. What's this one do first?
So a citrine sphere. Citrine's really good for like igniting that fire in you, that passion, like letting you harness that fire and that
beautiful.
Passion. It's good. Yeah, it's good for Scorpio. This is clear quartz with citrine druzy in it.
What's druzy mean?
So
Is that a certain kind of rock or?
It's the formation. So it means it carves into.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you see how it carves into.
Now is that like a natural rock or did they like cut?
These are natural. Well, it's been polished.
Right, right, but I know. Yeah, right.
But yeah, they're natural. They came from. Someone found it like that.
Dude.
It's called a palm stone. So when you're like meditating and stuff, you can just rub it against your palm.
Now, are these the type of balls that you see when people are meditating and they can just like fucking?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly citrine.
And what's the obelisk? The obelisk is one of the
one?
yes.
So this is.
Is that what the word's called? Obelisk? The thing with like Washington
we call
Mon.
it towers.
Obelisk. Freemasonry, come on.
I know exactly. I just call it a tower.
What?
So,
hold on. He's got a question.
No,
about
I
this
was saying, what's this one again?
Clear quartz with citrine druzy. So, like.
And what's that one do?
So,
this one likes the fire.
So, that is clear quartz. Clear quartz can, honestly, it can replace any crystal, in my opinion. It just helps you have more power and add more power and attention to whatever you're doing.
And which one did you say earlier would? So I know about the stones when you say they're losing power.
Yeah. So,
I've heard you can leave them in moonlight.
Yes.
And that'll power them up too.
Yes, any moonlight actually. Full moonlight will give them certain power, of course. Any phase of the moon, though, you can charge your crystals under.
And which one
on the front porch?
I seriously do.
They'll give you certain. They do.
And which ones do you say could do it naturally without the moonlight? This one?
Yeah, this is selenite. It gives energy to the crystals.
And it takes away any
negative energy.
But you can't get away. If you get away with blood, I'm sure it's over.
Yeah, don't get away with anything. Keep it away. It's kind of like salt. It'll melt.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you were saying. And that's the one that can naturally heal the stone.
Yeah, it naturally revitalizes the energy and cleanses the energy of the.
In the tower.
This is the Jasper Tower. It's a red
Jasper Tower. She gave me what? I kill you with this too.
Don't do that.
No, but so that was found naturally like that too.
Well,
polished
not
down,
in the shape, but like
right, not in the shape, but the rock form.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say this is actually a huge thing in Montana.
I get it that they cut
big rocks, split it,
and then they'll find. There's so many people out here that
family in Montana.
Yeah,
like in the hills. But we went out there for vacation.
Well, I was about to say, he don't own it no more.
Went to the Marble Ranch out there.
Yeah, Livingston. I live right by it, Clyde Park, Montana.
See, dude,
that's it.
That's
actually where I live. Like, when you went out of the smoke cigarettes. Yep. When you went out, dead ass.
Sons of
Not
bitches.
anymore. They don't anymore. But they do still do Marlboro miles.
Yep. I was about to say, when you win, you're forever in.
The empty packs in the garbage can.
You can't even get on the Marble Ranch. It's
people throw those away like it's
like
candy.
a
I be getting those deals all the time now. Buy one, get one free. Fucking sign up for these deals.
Yeah. My dad does it every single day, and he don't smoke. He's never even smoked.
Yep.
He went to the Marble Ranch. My mom had smoked, but my dad never smoked, and he went to the Marble Ranch and got all the packs for her.
Bro, on a real talk, that's like kind of a low-key hustle if you think. But if you don't smoke, you come back sell those fucking cigarettes.
Well, dude, they got a lot more shit to do at the Marble Ranch too.
Of course, my mom smoked them.
Right.
She quit when I was pregnant with Atlas. That's how amazing of a grandma she is. She literally was like, I don't want to smoke to my grandkid, and she quit smoking.
That's not gonna bother. Okay, I you should tell the story. I'm so light up a cigarette as we speak. Shit.
It's funny.
But no, see, that shit. Like, you do a lot more shit at the Marble Ranch too. Like, there's a lot of shit. It's like a whole resort.
They did like horseback riding. Yeah. They did
you can go fishing. You do whatever the fuck you want.
What is it called? Whitewater
rafting.
So,
I wonder if they probably took him to the Madison.
What's the next level of your practice?
What do you mean?
Like what? So we'll see. Where can you go next? Like, so you're at where you are now. I mean, I'm not obviously everyone
to compel.
Everyone gets an expertise level.
There's this Greek philosopher that I am really I really like him a lot. I really like his opinions.
What's his name?
His name is Socrates.
Yeah, Socrates is a man.
And he says the most knowledge that you can have is the knowledge that you know nothing.
Facts.
And so I feel like it's never ending. I feel like There's never ending levels. Like you can continue to learn about things until oblivion, until you pass away.
Fair enough. Where do you personally, or where are you going next? Because you've said that you're going to continue your healing, continue your practice, continue your knowledge. So you already can touch past lives. Like trying to win the lottery now?
I'm waiting to win the lottery. I'm waiting to get a lot of money because I want to do these.
Let me get your signature before you leave. That way, if you
sign the stone.
Yeah, sign the stone first.
I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. I'm going to get.
I'm always seeing tickets. You know what's creepy? Is if you're manifesting that, and she's been manifesting that for you, how many lottery tickets have we seen that are winners in Ohio? And maybe she just hasn't tapped into that exact frequency yet.
I'm trying.
And she's trying to get it at the exact gas station or wherever the fuck she buys her fucking lottery tickets.
So back to that Hall of Angels trip. So
oh my god, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
holy shit.
So the Hall of Angels trip. So I go and meditate by myself. Getting back to that, I go and meditate by myself on these shrooms, and all of a sudden I'm in this big hall, and it's nothing but lights, and they like don't show themselves to me, and then there's one that reveals itself to me, and it's like a biblical angel. It has the rings, it has the multiple wings and stuff.
Now, do you think that was just because it's your own personification of what it looks like, or that's exactly who it was?
I think it is. I think it's how they presented themselves to me, because I think they're like just my higher self, like soul.
And that's how you can relate it to something?
I think, what I relate it to. What I relate to, like my higher self, like higher being. What I think would be like an angel, right? Higher being. I think they're entities. I think it's like a higher entity.
So that's how they communicate, because it's something you know.
Yeah, exactly. Anything that comes to you in like tripped ways and stuff, it'll show up to you in a way that you know, in a way that feels more familiar to you. It didn't really feel familiar to me, but whatever. It was fine. So I show up here, and there's this one that shows themselves to me. The rest of them remain lights. They don't like reveal themselves to me at all. The rest of them are all lights. And the one was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "Well,
damn. You conjuring shit?
No. Calm down.
I'm about to say, it's getting windy out there.
It's been like that.
It has been all day. But still, it's kind of weird that it picked up at that exact moment.
Calm down. Anyway, so I freaking am there, and they're like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, well, now that I'm here, I'm just gonna ask for some lottery ticket numbers. I was like, "Can you please just give me the lottery?"
Why was that the first thing on your mind? Lottery ticket numbers.
Unfortunately, because I am a freaking human, and sadly, it is. And I, honestly, now
she was like, 10 million will fix every problem I got. Just give me those numbers.
Literally.
I'll take the cash payout for $3 million. Did you get on with it?
I'll get to that part because there was a bigger lesson that I should have learned.
Oh, okay.
Again, I've already just dissected this too, because again, it happened in 2021. So I've gotten the signs of why, what happened. Okay, so I'm like, will you just give me the lottery numbers and the ticket numbers and the day that I should play them and stuff or whatever, and I'll go play them. And they're like, time is a human construct. What is a day? And so they were literally like, no, we're not going to give you the. Like,
they were like, you have the opportunity to ask any question in the world, and you asked me a lottery ticket number.
That they were so annoyed with me. I know. I can feel it in my bones. And now that I've gotten like the confirmation afterwards, I know that they were so annoyed with me. It goes into a deep.
They look up like, this is what you created.
Literally.
This is what you've done.
Sadly, because of society, like
you're right, 100%. You're right. Hey, I'm not judging you at all. I just think it's like, I feel like if I was one of them angels, I'd be like, this dumb bitch. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I feel it.
Like, bro,
it gets deeper than this. Again, it's been a long time.
Right, 20 years.
So I've had a lot of
growing and shit.
And I've had a lot of other people tell me their
I
perspective.
don't care how much reflection you have. I'm 28 and I want the money.
But I'm just saying,
All right, the money.
the fact that they were like,
my
I
modern
told them,
day
give me
problems
space
can be
diamonds.
six.
I was like, just send me. I was
some
like,
space
I was
diamonds.
like, send me a meteor with space diamonds. I was like, you can have it hit my car.
Just trying to blow the earth up and shit.
Right,
Hit us
that's
with an
cool,
asteroid.
yeah.
Fuck
He's
it.
like,
Fuck
give
it.
me some space diamonds. I'm like, I just have it. Like, I was like,
Anything.
I was also tripping on shrooms, so I was not in my right mind. You know, I was literally that's what
Space
came to
diamonds.
But I'm
Hell
trying to
yeah.
hug trees when I trip, not be like, yo, motherfucker, with them lotteries on Friday.
I'm kind of weirded
You know what I'm
out.
saying? Like, I feel like she was Ice Cube in Friday, like, give me them digits. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I'm kind of
Like,
weirded
I
out
was asking
now.
a Hall of Angels.
yeah. Like,
Uh,
what's life after death? What's the meaning of
audacity.
existence?
The
Like,
audacity of me. The audacity. of me.
I've took mushrooms
Yes.
one time, dude.
You are how my guides are looking at me. Like,
we gave her this opportunity?
Yes. Oh my gosh, sincerely. Okay, so
Sincerely, she says.
it's bad. I learned afterwards. Like I said, I learned afterwards. Like I was being so. And again, though, I was tripping on shrooms. I was out of it.
Right. So they were basically like, time's a construct, you human.
Yeah, they were like, time is a human construct. We don't know what a day is. They were like, they were very snarky to me.
But yeah, because they were like, next week's lottery tickets,
like,
next month's lottery
I
tickets.
was like, I need abundance or whatever. And they were like, you're already spiritually abundant. Like, so snarky to me. They were like, you're already spiritually abundant. And I'm like, yes, clearly. I was like, I wouldn't be here talking to you if I wasn't spiritually abundant.
But here's my question. If you asked for lottery numbers, and they told you you're already spiritually abundant, but then you refuse to take money for your spiritual knowledge to give on to others.
Yeah.
Do you not think that was not even a rhetorical question, but I'm not even trying to be like that guy, but do you not think that was a dumb question? Like,
yeah.
Like, have you ever heard this?
Now you're going to have a fucked up dream tonight.
Listen, I'm just saying there's a story. I want to tell you this. Go ahead with your trip real quick, because the story is kind of like how that goes. It's about believing in God. I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't forget. So what's really funny is, okay, so we'll get past it. They're like, you know, you're already spiritually abundant, this and that, or whatever. So they're done with me. I can tell. I get blasted back to my body or whatever. They're like, I know they're completely finished with me. And so funny. 2 months later, because it was during Scorpio season when we were doing these trips. Yeah, you know, the deep time when So 2 months later, my mom gets me this. Actually, so funny, I brought it. It's a little bit tarnished now because it's like 30 years old. But my mom gets me this on a necklace. And it's a seal of Solomon. And if you don't know who Solomon is, he is King Solomon of the Bible.
Yeah, I know who that cat is. But
he's King Solomon of the Bible.
Got a Nazi symbol on that bitch. What?
What is
the Nazi symbol?
No, it's not really. It's
that one right there. I know that but the Nazis used it. Same thing with same thing with the swastika. It was a peaceful sign until they turned it to the side and started doing their bullshit with it.
Yeah, it's a seal of Solomon.
Right.
It's called a seal of Solomon. Yeah, it is.
It's fucked up that they did that because it really, and I want to say that's almost like a propaganda thing to take people away from it.
Knowledge away. Yes, they want to take that knowledge away for control again.
There was a disclaimer at the beginning.
Yes, there is. For control again, they wanted to take.
And then that symbol's in hieroglyphs. A lot of them, like that little circle with the.
So the seals of Solomon, you should look them up. So King Solomon was the one that God came to and asked him, told him that he could have anything that he wanted or whatever, and he asked for knowledge.
Yeah. And it's like where the whole Adam and Eve bit the apple for knowledge and shit.
My mom gave me this 2 months after I had that dream about the angels where I asked for stupid freaking lottery tickets like a stupid human. And I didn't ask for knowledge where I should have asked for knowledge. And I feel like this is a sign that I should have.
But my question is, did that not answer your question? Because in a sense,
I'm already spiritually abundant.
You're right. You did ask for something stupid yet, but they told you the answer that you would have asked had you not been a dumb human. My thing is, though, you already had the knowledge within you. Do you not think that was them through your mom saying the knowledge is already there? Untap it.
That's interesting because I've been steadily getting deeper and getting, more into these types of things. to try and unlock that type of stuff. So yeah, I think that was actually a catalyst that set me into wanting to learn more. Is because I should have asked for knowledge.
Because you realized you fucked up.
Yes, I should have asked for knowledge.
And then they were like, wow, it was kind of like a ha ha ha.
Yes.
Now you get to do it the hard way.
My friend, I think she's a medium. I really do.
Who?
Her name's Tori.
Where she live?
Oh,
What's that
right
mean?
next door to me.
Bam, next episode.
What's a median?
What? The median's the motherfucker that was at the Paul Brown Stadium telling Joe Burrow that he would throw at the fucking dude, and then he would throw at the dude, and he would fake the guy and throw at the dude.
Yeah. Like
That's the median.
They just know things before it happens.
I'm about to fuck your whole world up.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Thank you.
Man.
Yeah,
So she like
I
tell
don't know
me.
if she would be into that because she's like brand new to it. I told her that she was this. I set her into this motion. She now reads tarot cards and stuff too. So we did this thing called My Human Design. You should do that as well. It's
what
like
is that?
It's like another birth chart type thing. It's called My Human Design. It is
on the website?
It is a website.
You can see my birth chart.
She's gonna read yours. Put that down.
So
Put that down.
It's another so it's a guy who put multiple esoteric things into one, and basically it's like your human tree or whatever that we see in all of the.
Is that like the flower of life thing?
Yeah.
Like that?
The tree of life.
Tree of life?
The flower of life. All of it. The spiritual symbols, they all connect. They're all, yeah. So it's really funny, yeah.
That's what you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's your DNA, yeah. Yep. That's what, yeah. It's all.
I'm trying to start my own cult or covenant if you couldn't tell. One at a time, motherfuckers will be wearing this shit.
Yes.
I got one.
Yes,
I got a bunch
love
of
it.
them.
I love it, actually.
At least it's not a cross, you know,
No,
like Jesus.
yeah.
What's wrong with my cross?
Nothing's wrong with your cross. I'm just saying.
Nothing's wrong with the cross, actually, either. It's actually a really good
You know what
symbol.
the other two are? We was talking about it the other day. I don't know.
It again is what your
Good
attention
luck.
is
Your
to
perception
it.
is
You
just
can-
how you feel about it.
Your
Good
attention
luck.
to it. Yep.
I'm gonna rub these
anything-
before I get my next lottery
Anything
ticket
can be
tomorrow.
used. It's you that does it. Everything that's like physical in this world is just a tool. It's
Now-
you that is up to you to use it.
Since we're talking about perceptions and stuff, with the whole ghostly stuff, or not ghostly stuff, but I want to. This is the next thing I want to touch into, is the ghosts.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like,
You want to know what I think they are? Like what? Like.
well, I would definitely like to get to that, but I'll tell you, my mom has this camera, and I bring my mom up a lot because you know she's one of the main women in my life that I appreciate.
Yeah.
She showed me a lot in life. She's done a lot for me in life, but she has ever since she's been living by herself. She's always had security cameras put up. You know what I'm saying? And when I go over there, I help her with her gun, reload it, cock it, whatever, you know, clean it, whatever. But one time she caught this picture of an apparition, and this, and it was weird because it was right around the shift. It was right around the shift of me believing in all this extra shit. Because like I've always believed in a higher power.
Yeah.
But like it was never because you know energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be recycled. You know.
That's why we can do many lives.
Right, and so like I've always believed in that, dude.
Sparks of energy.
But when she showed me this picture, and it's like, you know, you see ghost hunters and you see this, but it never really hits home until it's a for sure. You know that someone's not doctoring it. You know what I'm saying? And it was weird because leading up to the picture, she had the alarm go off, like or whatever. So like her whole house was like, and there had been multiple times. There was one time there was one time at work where I couldn't get to her, and it was literally the most sickening feeling I could ever feel. Like, cause I couldn't get to like, if I was gonna run there, like if there was someone there hurting her, how am I gonna get there?
Yeah.
Timmy wasn't at work. You know, the only nobody was gonna let me. Dude, it was the most sickening feeling I'd ever felt in my life. So I was on the phone with her, and I was like guiding her out. I was like, make sure, you know, because every time I go to her house, I make sure everything is her gun's clean, you know, ready to go.
Yeah.
It's cocked back. All she's got to do is pick it up off the dresser, point, aim, fire the fucking trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's my fucking mom. So I was walking around. I was on the phone with her. I was like, all right, you know, slowly open the door, you know, peek out, peek in Kinsley's room, peek in my old room, you know, do your thing, clear the house. The second time it went off, I was able to get there, dude. And I was there in a fucking heartbeat, I can tell you that. But I was at the front door like, I'm here, you know, and nobody was there again. The third time, didn't set off no alarms, set off the trigger for the camera motion, and took a picture of that woman. And the woman was wearing like a 1920s or 30s type, but it was nobody we recognized. Nobody you remember. I was freaked the fuck out because you could see right through this chick. Like, I know what my mom's crib looks like. So she's got the liquor cabinet, and you could see right through this chick, like the liquor on the fucking cabinet. But she had like a 1920s or like a servant fucking get up on. No bonnet, but she had like the white robe, type of shit. Ever since then, bro, it was right at the same time with the shift of me believing and stuff. I was like, dude, like, there's an afterlife. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't more of like I can't wait to die, but it's like I can't wait to see what's after.
So I have an interesting opinion about ghosts.
I have
what?
You just
interesting question or opinion?
Stay along with what you just said. So this picture, I just went through my thing to pull it up. Jody took this, me and her alone, at one of my good buddies' gravesite, okay. Dylan's. Look at that weird ass. I always just was like, oh, there's a orb or something, and it zoomed in on my face. Yeah, zoom in on my face. I always was like, there's an orb or something. And like I was like, dude, that's like my best friend's grave.
That was the guy that died before his dad we were talking about earlier. That's pretty cool.
And I always was like, I always hear about like orbs and shit on the camera and shit. I always didn't think that until you just started talking
that could have been.
Shit.
Hang on, go back up real quick, because that could have been. If you think about it, could have been him going like this,
like that, yeah,
like hanging on to. See, saying. That could have been him just going like that.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
and now is it that? So that's it. I don't know who put the Bud Light there, but. Probably should have drank them.
With the ghosts, the people that stay around, or the people that are connected to, you got the conjuring and the negative.
That's what the fuck I'm getting. Huh? So they're there,
but they're there. But there's negative and personal shit. My bad.
So like I said, I have an interesting opinion on ghosts. So personally, I think that time is not linear. I think that it is happening all at once. Like everything's happening.
So you think deaths don't happen spiritually in a sense? I think
that when something that is emotional, has a lot of emotional energy,
like baggage.
Yeah, like. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be something like you can't let go of something, like a person,
like murdering, so much, like people murdered and shit.
So like they're like traumatic events that have a lot of energy. I believe it gets stuck. Like that moment gets stuck, and until you work through that energy, you have this entity that creates itself that's stuck in that moment, and that's why they have so much like. The scary ones, the evil ones. That's why they have so much rage and so much stuff. Is because they, stuck in that moment, are just that emotion and that feeling.
What about the people who get tapped? Like the people who
get grabbed and stuff?
Not grabbed, but the people who not touch something, because I don't necessarily believe in touching.
I've heard stories
but people
about
who get tapped and then they
feel physical.
Yeah, but then they are followed by this set entity for a set of. Like, do you believe that it's always a negative, or do you think like, oh my God, like I feel a connect? Like, do you ever think that it could be your spirit tribe trying to just like, oh, I miss you, or oh,
you'll know the difference. I promise
like another realm.
Yeah, like
I promise you, if it's something negative, you'll know the difference.
And that show we was just talking about is like a realm of all everybody that dies goes to that realm. Yeah. And they can still physically be there, like you say. You're on the same thing, so like
same plane.
Yeah, literally. So like there'll be 6 motherfuckers sitting around us right now. Yeah.
So do you think time is a way for us to justify our existence? In a sense,
it's crazy.
Like because technically, if time wasn't invented,
it's easiest for us
you would never age. You would never grow old. You would never,
unless you knew that you were. Unless you were celebrating your birthday every ritual.
Then you would never think about being older, getting older, dying.
Yeah.
My mind's frying from the inside out.
It does. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about these things. It really, really is. Because again, your soul wants to know it.
And people don't think about this. They're cool with phones, Kardashian booty, and fucking. I'm just being
honest. Nobody goes deeper. Like I was saying, like water signs go deep into things like this, and yeah, we definitely go deeper into life and into the unknown, into like questioning of things, and It's unlimited. It is so much.
So do you think your consumption or overconsumption of these things is almost like I want to get back to where I can talk to the angels again, and that way when I ask them a question, it's not.
No, because I haven't since that time. Because I did it maybe a few more weekends after that. I haven't really been tripping as much. Truthfully, I mean I have here and there, but ever since I was able to break through to that point, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to bother them again. Clearly, I was there for a reason, and that wasn't my set intention to go and do that. When I went to meditate, I didn't say, "Hey, let me pop into a hall of angels."
Right, but even today, you say that you're trying to alter the lottery tickets. So, like, have you ever really kind of like?
I still want to win a lottery.
You still got a little human in you.
I am a human. I mean, we're all human. Unfortunately, with the societal standard, to be able to do anything good for your community, you need a good amount of money to be able to back that up. Unfortunately.
Do you think at the next big turning, when it splits, do you think there will be a big hunting, or do you think it'll be a big stand your ground, regardless of the fact that a lot of us want to be, not, I don't want to say pacifists because I'll fucking drop anybody for what I believe in. I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of people believe in that whole. Have you ever seen Zombieland 2? I like to put it like in this comparison. Remember that the little girl, the little sister that runs away with the fucking hippie, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight anybody." Like has the guitar and they burn all their guns and shit. Like, do you think it's gonna be a lot of like, come on, peace, love, and this and that, or and they're just gonna get fucking whacked over?
I believe it's like it depends on what side you're on in the shift. Like we two were talking about, like when you felt that whatever. I believe that it depends on what vibe you're on, what you believe is going to happen, what you believe is. I believe there's going to be some bad things happen, and I believe we're going to be able to see it, but I believe it's not going to affect certain.
Do you think it's going to be just an all-out fucking final blowout, like a final gasket explosion? Like,
I really hope not, because there's a theory that every that we've been wiped out.
A reset,
multiple times. The resets, like Atlantis and stuff like that, like resets. There's a theory that there's like ever so 100,000 whatever. I don't know the exact amount years. There's this reset, and unfortunately, I believe nuclear weapons were the worst things that we could ever as a human race decide to make.
Well, look, man. Here, real quick on that. I agree that we could have done many other things, but the alternative was putting bodies and boots on the ground, and we're talking about a complete wipeout of the entire Japanese population. I mean, like, if McCarthy,
different from a nuclear bomb.
You're right. When they started breaking nuclei apart and creating the God particle, that's when shit started going a little crazy.
100%. I don't know if you believe in that CERN stuff or whatever that
weather shit.
CERN. No. So there's this. Oh, you don't.
I don't think I know about CERN.
You don't know. Oh no. Gosh.
Enlighten me, please.
I'm so deep into this. So there's this.
Is it an abbreviation or a what's that called? Acronym?
It's a facility. It is an acronym. I'm pretty sure. It's a facility in Switzerland.
All the seeds.
The particles or whatever where they're doing.
Oh, I don't know this shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
The
God particle.
So there's this large particle collider, and even right now as we speak, they are colliding atoms into each other to try and make something happen.
Do you believe the world's already ended, though? There's a theory that says that when they did that in 2013, we've already been dead, and this is just us fucking...
I don't think so. I think they switched us to a different parallel.
Yes, I want. Since we're talking about this, have you seen the corn cob lady with the Fruit of Loom?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, all of the.
Dude.
Honestly, that gets to me because they made a whole movie about it as well.
Dude, they literally came out saying this bitch was crazy. They literally tried to make her seem crazy, and she went home, as a female would, went through all of her clothes, as a female does, has all of her clothes from the last 20 years.
Yes.
Found her Fruit of Loom shirt from 1987.
I have the picture saved in my phone so that I never lose it. I have the Fruit of the Loom.
They found it, dude. She found the corn cob.
Cornucopia.
Yeah, cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom shirt. They came out with a live public statement saying this chick is out of her fucking mind. Do not listen. Her therapist was like, you got to let this shit go. Like, you were losing your shit. She goes home, finds that shirt, posts it on Facebook, says she's fucking crazy now.
It's nuts. It's and the amount of gaslighting that we've had done by our government. You can look at it through history. I know you're a history buff. I know you're a history buff.
There was a whole section I wanted to get into earlier, but it's over with here.
I know that you're a history buff, and no, there's so much that's been hidden from us. It's been taken from us. It is his story. It is the winner's story. We never get to hear the other side.
And that's what's crazy.
We never get to hear the little guy's side, the guy that lost.
With how you said you think that there's going to be that shift, do you think, as scary as it sounds, but at the same time, not hopeful, I don't know how you want to explain it, hopeful, whatever. Do you think that's why there's so many more people are starting to become enlightened because the end is coming?
100%. That's the only reason there's this much of an awakening is so that we can either... I don't want to say that we're going to stop it, but so that we can be prepared for it and so that we can clean up after it. Because we're going to have to be that cleanup crew afterwards.
Now, with the cleanup crew thing, now do you think that has any...
I fucking love it.
Do you think a lot of it has to do with like the shots and shit that they're giving out, like the COVID shots? Did you guys, by chance, were you a family that was like, fuck them? Because I was. We were like, fuck them.
Yes, okay. I was going to say, I try not to get into this kind of thing, but yeah.
Fuck that shit. That's the mark of the beast, dude.
No, none of my whole family, and none of us, knock on wood, none of us caught it.
We didn't either. Nobody I know caught it either.
I had it supposedly.
I still taste, smell, everything.
I think that those tests are a little rigged too.
When I was sick, it worked.
Everything. People were
but
dying.
You can still taste shit.
People were dying in car accidents that had COVID, and they marked it as COVID.
You wouldn't be able to taste the strains of weed if you had COVID.
Don't you ever dare fucking speak about it.
But that's what I'm saying. That like my mom, for instance, like she had it, quote unquote, and she can still taste the different bourbons that she drinks. Yeah. Like you would not be able to taste the shit, quote unquote, if you had it.
Yes,
I don't know anyone who died from it.
Say it's different strains.
Fuck that shit.
It's some sickness that they keep.
So, fun fact about this.
I don't like the guy. You'll know that about
I'm
me.
a huge anti-government.
I literally, no.
Worked for him, still fuck him. But my thing about these guys is I saw this medical journal released literally last week that says people who've received vaccinations like that are no longer considered human. They are transhuman individuals, meaning they do no longer abide by human law, meaning they can herd you in any day they fucking want to into FEMA, into fucking health clinics. They can literally lock you in your fucking house and say you can't come out. And when you say, my human rights, nope, sorry, bub. Gave that up when you came in for line on the fucking jab. Real talk. I saw that shit. And when you see motherfuckers, dude, you know who made billions from that? Pelosi. Fucking all these people that are already.
Oh my goodness.
Dude.
So many people are sitting on the councils and in
Congresses and Senates.
What the heck do they call it? I was talking to my friend about it the other day. What did where they give money to the where business and that stuff like that.
Bailouts, donations, war funds.
War
all laundry money or all money laundering scheme.
Yeah, like pretty much all that.
You pay taxes on taxes that you earn, on taxes that you own, on taxes that you buy. I mean, and where does all your tax money go? To foreign countries. And where does it go after that? Unshored accounts.
You think so?
I don't fucking know. I didn't follow the money trail. I'm just taking a guess. I'm just taking a wild guess. I mean, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, they do campaign funding. I can't really think about whatever, but they will give you them.
Oh,
that, where they
bribing.
Not the bribe, but what are the people? What do the people call that? Are the bribe? They don't advertise. They don't campaign. They fucking come on, not boosters. Come on, what are they called?
You know what it is. I know what you're. Now you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't think of the name right now.
Motherfucking shareholders.
They're literally campaign funders. They're fucking
And how is it that all these big companies are allowed to decide who goes into? Yeah, I can't.
How is it that George Soros is putting money into everything?
Because I don't like it. And
I don't either. Yeah.
I can't get into it because I don't like it, and I have very strong opinions, and they don't want people talking about that anyway.
No, I mean they really don't. But
think of it.
I really can't. It's really aggravating me. It's like.
Whatever the funds.
Not campaign funders, dude. There's literally a specific word for it. And, there's going to be mad people listening to this like, you fucking idiot, it's this. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You are 100% right. I blanked on this like a motherfucker. Not shareholders either. Damn, come on, somebody get it. What is it? What is it? Google it. Fucking campaign funders synonym. I cannot think of the damn thing. It doesn't matter. But
secret fund?
No, not secret funds.
It's not like that.
Political backing?
No, yeah, something like that.
Microfinance?
No. It doesn't matter.
War chest?
We can't get stuck on this.
Solicitor?
We can't get stuck on this.
Yeah.
Solicitor?
We can't get it's not solicitor. We can't get stuck on this.
Oh, we're already stuck.
No, we're not stuck on this.
It's too late.
So, do you think that has any, like, when you come to those type of entities, those type of powers, do you think that's a reason why they're able to stay in control is because they take away all that power, that knowledge? That do you think that's why the Catholic Church hunted witches down for 1,000 years? Do you think that's why?
Oh yeah.
All that good shit.
Yes, 100%. I definitely think. Yeah, I think it's all connected for sure. We've been blocked from a lot of things. I really think so, and I think it's been for control.
Lobbyists. That's what they're called.
Yes, they're lobbyists.
When they're lobbyists, those sons of bitches.
Yes, sincerely. Like, how are they allowed to give them money to help back their
campaign, right?
Yeah.
And not expect them to give them something. Like, how have we allowed this for so long? Like, come on, people.
What is going on? I think that the American people just don't even.
I saw this lady the other day. She was like, "All right, peasants." She's like, "They don't make very good peasants anymore." She was like, "Because if we were the peasants from this time, we would have done rose up and taken motherfuckers out and blah blah blah."
What are we doing?
We allow it because it's normal. It's to people. It's normal, man. Like,
I don't understand.
Influxes.
How people just allow it. They just sit back and are like, okay, this is fine.
But well, the thing is though, like with the Kennedy assassination,
and it's the generations too.
It is the generation things. Yeah.
I've had older generation tell me to be respectful to our presidents and to our to our senators and our campaign leaders and this and that. No,
our lobbyists.
I'm not supposed to call them out for what they do.
That's the whole point of the Constitution, dude.
Hello, we're supposed to call them out.
People just don't talk like that no more. But
yeah, I don't understand. It's
so
crazy. I literally was like, you just have to have respect for your senators and like, no, I don't.
I didn't put them in a power.
I don't have to.
My problem with this whole thing is they're 60, 70, 80 years old. I'm 20 fucking 9. How are they supposed to relate to me?
I'll pick on the old people.
I'm not picking on them. I'm just saying, how are you going to tell me what's best for me, bro? Like Biden's
Especially not the ones in there because they're just money hungry anyway.
Dude, Biden came out in 1980, whatever, was like, this little amount of crack will get you 5 motherfucking years. His son's smoking 10 times that on a fucking video. He doesn't even get a fucking month.
Yeah,
I better never see another minority in jail for crack until his son serves 5 at least.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't even.
Period.
And they're all hypocrites, like all of them.
Every single one of them.
Stuff that they,
like you said at the beginning, it's all about the money, man.
The money and the control. Yep. Period. It's like keeping us under control. And it's so sad how it happens. Like, I literally, we shouldn't have to work the way that we do.
Fuck
we shouldn't have
no.
to do anything that we do. We should be able to live like any other animal on this earth. The way social. That I shouldn't have been asking the angels for.
We're the only animal that pays rent, dude. The only animal that pays rent to live here.
It's fucked up, man.
It's
Why
crazy.
you gotta say it like that?
We are, though. I mean, it's we are the only mammal, especially.
I'm gonna start whooping other animals' asses.
Beat the fuck out of squirrels and shit.
Like, what's up, bitch? Rent free?
Yeah, making sure you know where you are.
But yeah, man, you got anything else you want to say to the people, man?
No, no. I think that we've covered.
This has been the longest. Oh my fucking! Invited indefinitely.
I feel like we have a lot more to talk.
Invited indefinitely. You let me know when you want to make it happen, and you're here.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Talk to your median friend. I would love to get her on here as well.
I would. Yeah, I definitely will, and I'll share this to the page, to the Hermetic Disciple, because of course, like you said, they like to know what's going on.
Well, I promise you right now that they better buckle in. It's a 4-hour episode almost, so
that's great.
This is the longest one that I think we've ever done.
We did a lot of talking.
We did a lot of fucking talking, but we got a lot of knowledge out there. We got a lot of. That was like the perfect back and forth.
That's my favorite. And like, you guys have been so cool about it. Even you who were not into it. Like,
dude, he was ready to grill you, and that's what's so funny about this whole episode. It was about to be good cop, bad cop shit.
Again,
and he was
the
like,
fucking pendulum fucking shit.
Yeah.
No, hell no. Or
And
what
then
is it technically called? Is that what it's called? A pendulum?
no, the pendulum's gonna cut you in half.
Fucking whatever, man. You get what at first I said. What did I say
Pretty
earlier?
gold
Ball
watch.
and
Pretty
chain or
gold
something
watch.
like that. I don't know. Whatever it's called. But
Like
like
a
that,
pocket watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the kind of hypnosis
Magician
I don't
shit.
believe
And
in.
then I come in here and I'm like, oh, wait a second.
Dude, you
Well,
blew
that's
the
what
water,
you know,
dude.
and that's
gonna
what.
resonate with your soul.
Yeah, no, and that's what like it. I don't.
But now you can
think
blame
most
her
people
for when you
think
don't
of
go to
that
sleep
shit.
tonight and you're up on your shit.
I'm
This is-
gonna go to sleep. I think I'm gonna go to sleep better than I've went to sleep in a long time.
You'll have to send me his information. I'll
I
send
will.
you his birth chart.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got to get your birth chart ASAP Rocky as well.
I probably will look that up on Google.
No,
I
get
still
that
wait
done.
for yours because
Yeah.
it's gonna be better. I don't know. Google's probably gonna make me pay.
It'll
huh?
give you It'll give you vague. You can find this information all on your own. You don't need someone like me. You can unlock it on your own.
Well, see,
That's
like
what I
was
say to
telling
people
her-
about growing weed. And
I was
then
telling
you
her
look at me
earlier.
like I'm crazy.
Exactly.
But I was telling her earlier, it's cool to do it on here, but a lot of times it's better. You learn. I feel like you are going to experience it better, learn more when you have a guy.
Yeah.
Quicker.
and
Well, I was
if
about to say, and it's
If
quicker
you feel
too.
like you didn't, I would be happy to.
We definitely should
And
set
if
up
you ever
a.
want to donate to me, like you were saying, I would appreciate.
Well, we're doing
When we
yeah,
do the
that's what I'm
hypnosis
saying.
shit, when we do the
It's-
hypnosis
it's
shit, we're
without a
definitely
doubt,
gonna have
yeah.
to. We have to record it though.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on
you
air,
get your
but it's
yeah.
got to be recorded.
Yeah, I have to.
Fuck
I
that.
have
What if
to
I say
record
some
every
crazy
session.
shit? What
That's
if I
the
say something
point.
that can get me incarcerated?
That's not
so
gonna
you
get you
go
incarcerated.
listen to it
She said
and
she
know
couldn't
what
talk
you
about people, so we're good.
said. No, I don't.
Bam.
Shit.
So if
Okay.
you know, whatever, who cares?
The things that I said you
can't
know,
get caught
were
in
very
this
vague, I
lifetime.
didn't get into.
Like
Hell
if you
yeah.
killed someone 10 years, 10 lifetimes ago, who gives a fuck?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
If it was
exactly.
500 BC, you did it for the good of the
It's-
I don't
tribe.
know.
It's fine.
dude.
It would be you.
I don't
for
trust
you
the
to work through in
government.
this life,
You
for
trying to
you
work
go-
through. You killed that dude so you could work through it in this life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, man. That's it for me. That's it for you. That's it for you. We out this bitch.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
yeah.
You take
Everybody
care.
have a good night.
Take care.